Listen to me. God knew what the biggest temptation of man was from day one. It was Eve.
It's the first drug.
It's the very first pussy was the first drug, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It was the first addict right there. I made that motherfucker defy the word of God 20 minutes into life. Right. You know what I'm saying? We just got here. He was like, God, I'm cool. I'm going to eat this apple.
Oh, so you just going to let that nigga tell you what to do,
You know
Adam?
what I'm saying?
You just going to let God tell you what to do?
You what to do? You are a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Bitch. I just made that word up, too. Later in life, it's going to mean female dog.
You know what I'm saying? That's funny. I just made that word up, too. That's funny. All the words had to be just made up if it was Adam and Eve. Nigga, that's genius.
Eve had a side nigga.
Oh, shit.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, man. What's going on, people, man? We coming in clowning. You know what this is, man. This is the Type Shit Podcast, man. Make sure you get on the, man. Right now, I need you to get on your mobile device, man. And I need you to go to SIXXmedia.com. It's right there, man. SIXXmedia.com, man. We got everything you need. Great content, information for you, man. Get you one of these bags. You can put anything in this bag. You can put all type shit in this bag.
In the bag.
Hey,
you know what I'm talking about.
With the drawstring.
Next, we coming with the smell proof. My bad.
No, I'm talking about. Man, we got the shirts for you, everything, man. So make sure you go to SIXXmedia.com, man. Check us out there, man. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, man. Type Shit Podcast. Type Shit Podcast. Type Shit Podcast, man. We got a special guest today. A guy who moving through the city, man. You know, we talk to entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs. We like to get good applicable information for somebody who already been there. Who better to learn from than somebody who already doing or done the work, man, as a young entrepreneur.
That's the best way to do it.
So we treat this like a classroom. It's entertainment. Man, it's good for you, man. So sit back and listen, laugh, learn. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself.
My name is Hayward Thompson, also known as Hey J. I'm a stand-up comedian. I also own a company called Ovations Ent.
Scoot down this way a little bit.
Scoot down this way. We good?
Yeah, we're gonna have to be close to getting this frame.
I ain't mad because we both some big motherfuckers. Right?
Hey, yeah, man.
Own a company called. Hey, I got the old chicks on lock though with the great beard, and you know what I mean, and they got the 401ks.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? But
I love.
I own a company called Ovations Entertainment, and underneath that umbrella, you know, we've got Ovations Media Group, Ovations Apparel, and the entertainment section where we actually put on shows of different genres across the country, everything from arenas to bars to bar mitzvahs, whatever it is. So I'm just blessed to be able to do what I do for a living, actually roll out of bed and make people laugh for a living is a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
So you your own boss?
Yes, sir. I've been doing this for a living since 2015. So I put down the corporate gig. I used to be the suit and tie. I used to work for Chrysler. I don't know if I go. Fuck it. I used to work for Chrysler, in their marketing department. I used to do all the type stuff. And I was a suit and tie dude. And it was so funny. I'll tell you what happened. They called me in the office. I made them $2.8 million that year. They called me in the office and said, "We can't afford you no more." I said, "Y'all pay me $65,000 a year. How y'all can't afford a motherfucker that made out 2.8? You know what I mean?
You worth way more, and we ain't pay you for what you worth."
Man, exactly. So on Wednesday, I started to get the hint that I was gonna lose my gig. The very next day, I bought a nightclub and went into business myself. I saved up. I was always a saver. I never was a dude that felt like he had to be flashy. I used to hustle, but I was a dude that kept dough. Yeah. When everybody else got knocked, I had a Foot Locker full of dough. Everybody else just had cars. You feel me? Yeah. So I used my money, man, differently. So on Wednesday, I thought I was getting fired. On Thursday, I bought a nightclub.
That's hard. How scary was it?
Scary as fuck. I know nothing about a nightclub.
Yeah.
I just spent 50 bands on something that I didn't know how to do. And I don't even really drink. Even though y'all see this beer in front of me, I don't even really drink. So I wasn't even the type that could be like, yeah, this is going to sell and that's going to sell. Like, I'm a businessman first, not really into the nightlife. Yeah. But the opportunity came up to buy a 6-figure business for 50 bands. And the same time that they gave me the opportunity would give me the impression I'm about to get fired. So I just beat them to the punch. Yeah. You feeling me? That's if I always, I own a few houses, some investment property stuff, and I just cashed that shit in and went to work for myself, man. And initially, it was difficult. Yeah. It was difficult as hell. Now, it's kind of like driving a new whip. You done got used to it. You know how she turned the corner now. You know what she do. Now you're really ready to, you know what I mean? Yeah. So now I can do this shit in my sleep. Initially, I put like this. When I bought the club, I had black hair.
That's crazy, man.
When I bought the club, yeah, bro. It's crazy.
What was some of the initial hardships or barriers?
The hardest part was finances because that 50 didn't do nothing but open the door. Now it's open and need more money to survive. I came from that hustle culture, so the hardest part for me was to fight the notion to go back to what I was comfortable doing. You feel me? to get the dough. You know what I'm saying? I believe a lot more in church than I do the streets now. So I didn't want to start having that spiritual fight of going back where God brought me from. You feel me? So it was hard. It was hard, like not dealing with some of the people that I wanted to deal with, not some of the things. So initially it was the finance of it, but I've learned so much from that experience that if I was to do it again, the one thing I would do differently is I would just take the financial loss and hire me a GM. I would hire someone whose job it is to day in, day out be there to run that club. My mistake was trying to have too much. I mean, the club was open 9 days a week for the most part, because even when I wasn't there, I was still fucking there. Something had to be repaired. Something had to be done. Some books had to be done. Taxes. Something had to be counted. So even when it was closed, I was there. Yeah. You know what I mean? And so it consumed so much of my life for like 3 years.
Everybody be screaming they want to be an entrepreneur, but if you don't like doing overtime at your job, you gonna hate being an entrepreneur.
You gonna hate being out, bro.
Ain't no, once you clocked in for life.
Life, son. I mean, I don't know what it's like to be off work. Like Ovations, what really pays the bills behind Ovations is we own a digital billboard company. I got digital billboards in 38 states.
Really?
That's what pay the bills.
Hey, tell us about that, because I'm gonna have to holler about it. Hey.
It's basically, this is what I did. I'm gonna be honest with you. I went and I got me a business vendor's license. I then approached 3 different billboard companies so that I can be an authorized vendor of their product. You see what I'm saying? So I don't own a billboard at all. Basically, I'm the black billboard version of Uber.
Yeah.
I don't own a billboard.
That's hard.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't own any of it. But I'm an authorized vendor. So I get them. So let's say if a billboard costs $5,000 a month to get, right? I'm an authorized vendor. So they sell it to me for maybe $1,000 a month. I come to you and say, man, I can get you a billboard for $2,000 a month. Half price of what you would have normally got. I'm still walking away with a G.
Yeah. And it's still less than
nothing. I walk away with a G to set up an account and walk away. They got to do the work, and he got to get the board.
Drop ship advertisement, pretty much.
I mean, I don't want to tell all my business because I don't want too many competitors, but do you see where I'm going?
Hard,
like, I don't own a billboard, bro. Like,
but that's a gem, period, man. Go get you a vendor's license and go buy everything you need in bulk, bro. Like, when you got a vendor's license, you can go buy clothes in bulk from certain places. Food.
Everything. These shirts I get for $4 a piece.
Where you get them from, man? Because you're paying too much.
For my size?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, no, my size, yeah. If you can get them cheaper in my size, we need to talk.
Yeah, we might have
my size, yeah. If you get them in my size, you get them in 54X, now I need them. Nigga.
I might be able to get you something.
Let's talk. But what I'm saying is bro, like, my money, let me even tell you how that happened, man. And I ain't going to say his name, but I was buying my apparel from another brother. This brother was supposed to call me to take the order, and he never called me. There was another order. I had $600 waiting on him. Yeah. He never called me. So I would happen to be watching an episode of Narcos, and they happened to be talking about Pablo. And they said what made Pablo so much better than the other ones was that Pablo was smart enough to own the entire market from beginning to end. He owned the boats, the ships, the helicopters, the factories, everything. He took his business model from IBM. I study. I don't care what you do. I study. He took his business model from IBM. Part of IBM business model was to own the computers, the paper, the fact. So my rationale is, why am I paying him to do something? Why not go learn to do it myself? So instead of paying him $600, I took about $3,000 and bought the equipment to do it myself. Yeah. My very first order was for $2,400. $2,400. So I paid for the equipment almost on the first order. Yeah. Now I no longer have to pay him $600 to. I got a team, Ovations. We got 49 members. Yeah. I got to supply clothes for almost 50 people. Yeah. You know how much that shit costs every month?
I know how much it costs us to do my stuff.
So when you got to supply, so I had to cut that expense in half. So now it's much easier for me to go downstairs and a bin of shirts, slap that shit on the press, print it up, bam, 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 than to say, oh, I got to wait on dude and then give him $600 and hope it fit. And nah. Yeah. So I learned to get my own business out of someone else's shortcomings. Yeah. And from that is now my second most lucrative business. I own a digital billboard company, and I own an apparel company, and I own an entertainment company. And the sad part, hear this, the entertainment part is the least financially solvent of all of them.
People don't want to pay for the entertainment.
They don't want to pay for it.
The internet spoiled people.
The billboard pay the bills.
Yeah. But that's good, because I'm going to lure you in with the entertainment, and you being an entertainer, you need to be visible. Exactly. So get this billboard.
I mean, think about when I put on a show, if you think I ain't putting up a billboard for me, you crazy.
Right.
So on top of that, but the real niche is here's the niche of it. Because I'm so well connected in the entertainment industry, I'm getting contracts for football teams, for concerts.
Definitely.
All of that. Well,
motivated.
And they got budget. And they checks clear, number one. And then the other thing that's really dope about them is they usually got a loyalty, because once they like you, and they got that comfort zone with you, they don't feel the need to switch. So they next client, they just gonna keep sending to you and sending to you and sending to you.
People who serious are looking for systems to put
exactly
in place.
Processes.
I'm not looking to switch up every week somebody new. I want
processes.
somebody
Systems
man.
and processes is what get me checks. Real talk.
Anytime you see somebody not on their job, it's an opportunity for you to slide in.
Exactly.
And do it better.
And I've done that 100 times.
Yeah.
I've done that 100 times. How y'all think we found out who the best quarterback in the world was? When Drew Bledsoe broke his leg. But for Drew Bledsoe breaking his leg, Tom Brady might have been the third stringer the rest of his life.
Bro.
So if you talk about stepping up when somebody else's opportunity, I look at it like this. God do everything for a reason. There was a reason Drew Bledsoe broke his leg, and there was a reason why Tom was able to step up and excel.
Yeah.
And this is coming from someone who can't stand Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I'm a diehard Eagles fan, so Tom Brady. Anyway, but you can't take nothing from that the bomb with that football in his hand. You can't you hating if you think anything other than the fact that white boy cold with it with that ball.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm talking about? But still, he was an opportunist, and he to me, I use his story as one of the biggest feel-good opportunist stories ever was. He excelled from a no-name 6th-round pick.
Yeah. People love that David and Goliath story.
Boy, especially when it's one of them all-American motherfuckers that pull it off. You know what I'm saying? If that had been Tupac that came back, somehow they have found a way to. you know what I'm saying?
You know, in 3rd grade, he stole cupcakes.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, he beat up a homeless guy for a keychain.
Right. They'd be like, what?
Homeless people got keychains? What is a homeless nigga with a keychain?
What is the key to?
What is the key to the streets, nigga?
Right. Jesus, man.
You know?
Man, so where you come from?
I'm a native New Yorker.
Really?
Native New Yorker. Bronx, New York, baby, BX.
So how does New York influence your hustle?
It influenced my life. I'm a whole different person. Like, I stick out in the Cincinnati market solely because my hustle, my work ethic, and my hustle ethic is different. I'll give you an example. I had a comedian. I was on a radio show with a comedian about 4 or 5 years ago, and we actually almost got physical in the parking lot because he got upset when I said that to me, Cincinnati comedians is soft. He was like, well, what you mean they soft? I said, they complain about being on an open mic with 12 other comics. Yeah. You go to New York, it's 30 or 40 motherfuckers that them beat you to that open mic. You finna be on there with 30, and probably 20 of them better than you. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So you complaining about having to compete with 12 people who mediocre, whereas New York, you're competing with 30 people that's on their game, that's doing this shit for they got to feed some kids tonight. Yeah. They doing this shit. They done moved up here. It's a whole different purpose. So I always felt like if they had to experience some of the things we experienced, some of this shit they complaining about wouldn't bother them. They would eat that like lunch and move on instead of letting it bother them and get emotional. Yeah. Dude got all pissed, man. You talking about my city? Well, first of all, it ain't your city, nigga. It's called Cincinnati. It ain't your, you know what I'm saying? It's 2.8 million people here. Fuck you, cuz.
And you rent.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's how, I mean, I just think the New Yorker in me, man, we wobble differently. I know what it's like to have to eat some beef lo mein on the way to the subway to go to school in the morning. Some cats, they get upset when they bus is late at the end of the driveway. I don't know what that's like. We live on the 33rd floor of a 37-story building. It took us 15 minutes to get out the damn building. Elevators fucked up, piss all in the elevators and shit. So when you hear people complaining, I ride through Wind Terrace and smile. You know how many motherfuckers would rob y'all to go live in some shit that ain't got graffiti all over the place and dead bodies out front? No, come on, man. There's people in BX right now that burn y'all asses down to live in Wind Terrace. And they complaining about it. You see what I'm saying? So I think the advantage I got, man, is I come from something that made me a little bit more hungrier than the average dude where I'm at. And then I think you combine that with the fact that I took a different approach. I've never felt like I needed to impress us. Impressing us get us locked up.
Right.
I've never felt that need.
Keeping it real.
I've never felt that need. If God and my family good with me, everybody else gravy.
Yeah.
In my community,
when did you figure that out?
In my early 20s.
Oh, so you did it.
Early 20s, I realized that life is gonna be. I made a decision to go to college instead of prison. I was involved in some illegal shit, and this dude started getting knocked, and this string started, and I could have kept going, but something said, you know what? Go use these smarts for something else. I graduated with 2 degrees and with honors.
What's your degrees?
I got a degree in business, and I got a degree in education. I could be a school teacher. I graduated 3.3 cum laude.
You should teach comedy class, even though you can't teach this.
Let's get to it. I already teach. I am the stand-up comedy teacher for Improv Cincinnati right here. I'm the one.
Do you really think you can teach funny?
You can't teach funny. You can teach technique.
But
I can't teach funny. Half the people in the class are fucking horrible. But I can teach them technique. I can teach them stage technique. I can teach them writing techniques. I can teach them techniques to make the science of comedy better. But if you're not funny, you're not funny. I can't teach funny. I agree with you. You can't teach funny.
What's some science you can drop on us right now without us? Just something to lure them into the class.
I'm going to give you the first week lesson right here. I put through a course with Bill Cosby back in the late 90s before all this shit dropped on him. And I also went through Guy Torrey's personal comedy college. Guy Torrey spent 2 days with me, training me on techniques and all kind of shit. So if you was in Improv Cincinnati class, the very first exercise we would have you do, we would have you draw 3 columns on a piece of paper, okay? And each column, you write down 10 things. The first column is 10 things that bring you joy or happiness.
A lot of people going to be struggling on that first column.
Watch this. Second column is 10 things that bring you concern or worry, okay? So you got happiness in one column, worry in the other. The third column is 10 things that you would change. That column is intended to be more global. That column is intended to be, I would change racism. I would change world hunger. I would change AIDS epidemic. I would whatever. That column is kind of intended to kind of see where you at with the world, right? Yeah. You do those 3 columns and do those 10 things in each column, and your material come from them 3 columns. Yeah. You know why? Because no one can duplicate them columns. Yeah. So how can you ever write material that anybody else? If you do those 3 columns and put your material out of them columns, you can never duplicate another person.
Because comedians introspective. Like,
we all got kids.
We the geniuses.
We all
for
got
real.
homes. We all got jokes about kids and shit. But what's the difference in your kids' jokes and mine, or your kids, and when all kids roughly grow up 75% the same? Yeah. They eat shit, piss, sleep, go to. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So you just got to make yourself different. But to me, part of being different when it comes to the comedy is researching in subject matter. A lot of us, when we perform for us, we like to dumb it down. We want to make it about roaches and beer and weed and pussy all the time. Yeah, and if you put 10 of my black friends in the room, 3 or 4 of them are stockbrokers and accountants.
Yeah.
They don't know shit about the projects. I got 2 best friends that are pastors.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know nothing about. But I got 2 friends on death row. They know a lot about. Yeah. I got a couple of other buddies that I can't say their names because they want it. If I died tonight, it might be pastors and felons sitting next to each other in this motherfucker. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And that might be the same person.
That's right. It could be. I won't say his name. But so I'm saying that to say, bro, that you're gonna have so many different types of people around you with them influences that if you only got one type around you, you always gonna wind up with that negative shit. Yeah. But if you have different types around you, you're gonna do different things. I learned that early in life, man, that this pipeline was set up to send us either to prison or to the grave. And when you realize that, you the fool if you continue to stay in the pipeline.
Yeah, because it's set up.
Oh, yeah.
It's set up.
Yeah, they got whole organizations making dough off our dumb ass.
Bro, when you take the resources away from somebody, you just watching them. So how would they get the resources then?
Right.
Like, and then they make all your passions illegal.
Right.
They started that back in the day with the whole making weed illegal.
Yep.
They love it. Look at them. And then they have, what they say, like they have sex with their sisters.
Yeah, all that other type shit, yeah.
Man, it's crazy, bro. But we play games on this show, man. One of the games that I play on this show is called In My Bag.
All right, In My Bag.
Yeah, get you one of them bags, though.
You got the smell proofs?
Nah, not the smell proof yet.
Know, not that I would need that, Pastor.
If you smoking loud, the smell proof ain't gonna help.
True. Shout out to my dude Dion. I appreciate. Man.
Hope that ain't his real name.
Yeah, it's a million of them, though.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, shit, that's the national black name in the hood, nigga, Dion.
Right. Where did all the Dions go?
Hell, we even got a Dion Warwick, nigga, shit, I mean, I know 2 Dion chicks and shit, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't never met a grandmother named Brittany, though. Where do the Britneys go after high school?
To strip school, nigga.
And change their name, obviously.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, Brittany the stripper, nigga. I know a couple of Britneys that probably would be mad if I finished saying their name, too. Hey. But I'm trying not to get sued. Let me be quiet.
Don't get sued, bro. You know get that bag.
You know what I'm talking about?
So he gonna go in this bag, man. We got some different questions in here, man. This is In My Bag. Pick something out.
What we got?
Read it out loud.
Balls, in or out?
I forgot. Okay, this question was about when you're taking a dump. When you take a dump, would you rather your balls? Some people tuck their balls inside the toilet. Some some sit them right on the ledge.
Hey man, okay, so
I flip mine up like a hoodie.
I'm a little older, so my balls is actually tucked into my sock right now. So my shit just hang off the front, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's definitely tucked out. My shit is definitely an out. If it was in, they'd be wet. You know what I'm talking about?
He might flush them.
They might flush the motherfuckers. They might have a little buoyancy to them motherfuckers. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, nigga, shit, that's one thing. Nigga. I got old and my dick said, we leaving.
We out of here.
We like, look, We gonna leave you to them chocolate bars, big nigga. Go on over there.
Nigga, that's hilarious.
We got another one.
Pick another one, man, and then we're gonna come back to it.
All right. Let's get down here, way down in the jungle deep. Let's see what we got down here.
The badass line. Slipped on the signified.
What we got? Relationship or single? Relationship. Yeah, relationship, baby.
You rather be in a relationship?
Most definitely, because single puts me in prison.
Really?
Because when I'm single and I ain't got nobody to answer to.
Yeah.
Nobody that give a fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody that's like, where you at, what you doing.
Yeah.
I live balls to the wall.
Yeah.
I noticed every time that I had a legal situation, I was out there living balls to the wall.
Yeah.
When I had that boo at home that gave a fuck that I had to answer to, like, where was you at and what was you doing?
Yeah.
That type, not like I own you, but somebody who give a fuck. You know what I'm talking about? Just somebody that, did you eat today? Like, did you, bro? Because I came up from that hustle culture. All them chicks went in the hustle culture. They didn't give a fuck about you when the money was out.
Yeah.
I had quote unquote 6 girlfriends. I got knocked. One of them motherfuckers came to court, bro. One came to court. I had paid all the bills, everything else. But as soon as I got knocked, it was a wrap. Wasn't no fucking girlfriends. I was paying these rent.
So she was down for real? She's still around?
I had children with her. Wound up marrying her.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we divorced now. We hate each other
Yeah.
now. But at that particular time, when we went to court, yeah, she the only one that came. Bruh, and here's the beauty of that. The judge was fucking with me so heavily. He was like, look, I'll let you do the rest of your shit on house arrest if you got some place to go.
Yeah.
I turned around in court. My mom's was sitting there, and the chick was sitting there. My mom shook her head no, and which I understood. My mom was law and order. My mom worked for the feds. When they raided the shit, there was drugs and shit at her house. She was mad as fuck at me.
Yeah.
I understood that. You feel me? Yeah, I was mad. I understood totally. She's like, I love you. She shook her head no, as in you ain't coming. The chick that was with, she shook her head yeah. I turned around to the judge. Yep, I got some place to go. And you know what I'm saying? And next thing you know, shit, we got kids and wound up married. I mean, so both of my children are from her, from that marriage. Now, the marriage went very sour. Because at the end of the day, now that I'm older and wiser, she married for the money. She married the nigga who was hustling.
Yeah.
When I stopped hustling and went to college and started making regular boy money, I mean, we were still doing all right, but, you know, 65 a year ain't like 10,000 a week, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was, you know what I mean? So, shit was different. And the whole tone of our marriage got different when the money changed. You feel me? I was just keeping it around 1,000. So
how did you feel when you seen that? Was you expecting it or?
No, she caught me by surprise, bro. I was on tour with the Wu-Tang Clan and came home to an empty house. Came home off tour to an empty house. So she waited till I was on tour to take the kids to bounce.
Did she write a note?
Nigga,
Fuck
she
you
write
and
shit.
the
Let me
RZA
tell you
and
how
the
she
Jizza.
did it so smooth, nigga. I wouldn't even known that she had did it. I was on tour, and this particular situation. We was in Cleveland. It was a Sunday night. We had just got off the stage. The next show wasn't until Milwaukee, and it was on a Wednesday. I hadn't seen my kids in like a month, so I told the people on the tour, like, hey, I'm going to catch y'all in Milwaukee. We got 3 days. We sitting there chilling for 3 days. I'm in the car. I drive home, Cincinnati, Ohio. I get home. It's like 6 in the morning. House empty. I knew something was wrong when I pulled up because y'all should have been asleep.
Yeah.
No cars in the driveway. My daughter's car was gone. Her car was gone. I walk in, house empty. So I found out that day when I got there that obviously the shit left. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do what you do. But I shouldn't have had to hire a private detective to find my children. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. So once I found them, and so the beauty of it is that made me change my career.
Yeah.
I never went back on the road. That was my last Wu-Tang show. Never went back to Wisconsin. Never went to Milwaukee. None of that. Called them and quit. And about 2 weeks later, I went on stage to do stand-up comedy for the very first time. But I went up there as like a therapy. Like, I just went up there to talk shit.
So what was you doing with Wu-Tang?
I'm a music producer. I got 6 production credits with Wu-Tang, Life Jennings, Gorilla Black.
Really?
I do mixing and mastering, audio. Yeah, I did that for years.
See, man, this is why we talk to people, man, because everybody got a story behind their story, man. And people be
Y'all
out
didn't
here.
know that?
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Man, it's a lot of multi-geniuses, like Kanye say, man.
Show you. I done worked with Life Jennings, Capone. I'll show you some pictures of some shit. Yeah.
That's hard, man. So what songs?
The Baby I'm a Star. That's me. The one with Life Jennings. On the Wu-Tang, they had a dude, a reggae artist they put out named GT Shotta. I got 6 credits on his shit. I got Dungeon Master.
That sound
familiar. In the Wu-Tang, I got credits on his shit. Trying to find these niggas.
Man, so cats be out here, man, multi-talented, man.
That's me and Charlie. Me on stage with Charlie Murphy. Me and him backstage. We got me and Guy.
Yeah, they can't see. You gonna have to send them to me.
I'll send them to you. I'll send them to you. Yeah.
That's hard, bro. I didn't know that you was that accomplished, man. I knew.
I hosted the 2 Chainz Nocturnal tour.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah, 2 Chainz, Dave East. Yeah, so I'm saying, so that's how I got into comedy. I've been doing music all my life.
Yeah.
And you know, music and comedy is bedfellows. Like, they go together. So it was easy.
I started off in music.
Okay.
And you know, I did a show with you, And I remember I started my show. This is when I started integrating my music and stuff together. I started my show. My voice cracked a little bit. You was in the back like, uh-oh.
Yep, I remember
You was
fucking
waiting
with
for
you.
me to fail,
I
bro.
remember, well, that's how we do. I was fucking. That's the native New Yorker in me, like sitting on the stoop, like, all right, let's see what this little nigga got. You know,
You
what
the
I'm saying?
comedy version of Scan.
Hey man, I'll be as much love as I got for that dude. I'll be honored that anybody think I'm anything. I ain't got nothing but love. Rest in peace, Scandal.
Man, rest in peace,
Rest in
Scandal,
peace,
bro.
Scandal. I ain't got nothing but positivity and love for that brother, man. So anybody that would compare me to him in any capacity is an honor.
Yeah,
Man,
man.
nothing but love for Scan.
Y'all play like the same role, man. Y'all like those big brother roles, man. Y'all helping
Trying to
people
make
through
you
it.
better.
Yeah, man.
Yep. That shark face shit he did.
Yeah.
I ain't nothing but love for that. Yeah, I feel that. I think one of the things. And again, I can't speak for his part. I know one of the things with me is I actually teach a class on it and have offered to give people the classes. And you'll be amazed how many people don't take me up on the class.
Yeah.
You'll be amazed. They'll come smoke a joint with you.
Yeah.
The niggas don't want to sit through a class. They won't log on to a Zoom for 20 minutes because there's some pride shit about us that make us. So if it was somebody who didn't look like me that came to you and offered the class, it'd be all more legit and everything else. But because I look like you and I'm offering the class, that nigga can't teach me shit, you know.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. But yeah, man. Yeah.
But it's really more telling about them. It's
Who
like,
is it? You ain't said shit.
I
think I've learned that about the Cincinnati. I get more of that from Cincinnati artists.
I don't even think it's Cincinnati. I think it's just people who own it and people who ain't. Like, if you ambitious and you around somebody who has no ambition, your presence is gonna bother them.
You're gonna embarrass the shit out of them very easily.
You won't have to do nothing. Just your presence will make them uncomfortable. You can feel the vibe like, oh, they got, and then they become envious of you.
Yeah. Work ethic is the difference between men and the boys, in my opinion.
And consistency is the real talent.
I've said this, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a shitload of one-hit wonders out here. Anybody can stumble along one hit, but how many people can be Earth, Wind, and Fire? How many people can come out and do a 3-hour concert of #1 songs? You know what I'm saying? How many people, you know? So, like, for example, when we talk about influences, when you talk to a lot of comedians, the average you normally hear is the Richard Pryors, the Red Foxes, and all of that, and that's good. Love them all. I studied globally when it came to comedy. My very first comedy influence was actually Cheech and Chong.
Really?
My dad used to smoke hella weed. Rest in peace. My dad used to smoke hella weed. When my dad and my mom...
I take your bitch to Gatlinburg and eat pancakes. And ride go-karts. And eat pancakes. And then we ride go-karts. And eat pancakes. Stay in the chalet. And then we eat pancakes. And then we ride the...
I would leave. They used to leave a record player. They had the only record player in the house that was in their room. So when they would leave, I would sneak in their room and play records.
You smoke the Cotties?
No, I ain't smoked the Cotties, but he always had Cheech and Chong album. He had Cheech and Chong and Flip Wilson albums.
Okay.
So for like 2-3 years, I just listened to Cheech and Chong over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had no idea what the fuck weed was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my very first comedy experience was 2 weed smoking white dudes and Flip Wilson. It wasn't Richard Pryor. It wasn't Red Fox.
Hold up. You said they white dudes.
Cheech and Chong, yeah.
I thought he was Mexican.
Same thing.
Okay.
I mean,
what's marked on your driver's license, I guess?
I don't give a shit. Like, I just knew it wasn't no niggas, is what I'm saying. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? I knew it wasn't
The
no
Mexicans
It's the same thing, goddammit. I mean, to us, when they walking down the street, you gonna walk up to them like, man, I'm just looking for some white dudes, but y'all look Mexican, so I'm cool. Nah,
That's
they
fine.
look white enough, nigga.
Really?
Come on, yeah, man. Look at Ray Dawn Chong's sexy ass. Yeah, you've seen her in movies. You ain't seen Ray Dawn Chong before?
I bet I have, man.
Man, I'm about to show you right here, bro.
I don't be paying these hoes no attention.
I ain't mad at you, but still.
Why
You've seen her in a bunch of shit.
Yeah, she was in some movie with Mario Van Peebles.
Yeah. She bad. She bad, nigga. I
You
ain't
think
mad
so?
at her.
She got
I mean,
a skinny head.
It depends on who looking. If my girl looking, then she's horrible.
You in a relationship right now?
Depends on who you ask.
Oh,
No, I'm playing. Yeah, man. I am, man. I am. That's my baby.
That's
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what keeps me grounded, so I can start grinding. If I was 100% like single, had nobody looking for me type shit,
Yeah.
I'd be in LA right now. Like I probably wouldn't have came back. From
What's
LA.
wrong with that though?
What's wrong with going to LA, or what's wrong with having somebody? I'm not sure. What do you mean by
What's wrong with going to LA and then still having?
Well, like for example, I was just out there with the American. Well, it's on now, so like I said, the American Black Film Festival.
Yeah.
They took 4,000 submissions, narrowed it down to 16. I was one of the 16.
Yeah.
So I got out there for the competition, and although I didn't advance to the next round, I had 3 movie auditions while I was there. The only reason I came back, I own 4 properties and got kids back here.
Yeah.
But if none of that shit existed, nigga, I might have just stayed the fuck on out there and kept trying to cultivate them auditions and see where they went. But literally, them auditions was done, and 4 hours later, I was at LAX on a flight.
Okay. So, it's a story bigger than your front story has got a story behind it.
Behind that,
that's
and
bigger.
another story behind that.
The comedy is like this,
Yep.
and then the story behind that is bigger. So you got these properties.
Yep.
Man, I want you to talk about that without telling too much of your business, but still, man, because people sometimes be so focused on the art form that you look up and you 50, and you really maybe ain't even done nothing, but you still got to take care of what matters first.
Well, let me tell you, here's one thing I say to people who ask that this is called show business, right?
Yeah.
That's 2 words.
Show business, and the business is capital.
People make the mistake of making it 1 word. It's 2 words. Yeah. Show business. Ain't no business without the show, and ain't no show without the business. So to me, if you think you can come into here and only do show, then you ain't handling your business, and I'm cool on you. Yeah. I was a brother who was blessed to be able to do both. My rationale was that if I got my business together and then go give them a show that's a hell of a product, it's no different than, to me, I took that same acumen we put on the streets when we was hustling, the same way we had to go move products. You do, instead of Cokes, now it's jokes. You feel me? Like, to me, my thing is you got to put in that same emphasis. You got to market your product. You got to do. So if you're not willing to do that, then find someone who can. The average comedian is not a business person. Yeah. They just tell jokes. Yeah. So their product, you got all this product. We sitting here in Urban Artifact. Imagine if they didn't have anybody marketing their product. On the other side of this wall, there's 100 people buying beers right now. Yeah. And on a Saturday afternoon where half these motherfuckers ain't got nobody in their business, they doing something right. There's got people coming here in the middle of the afternoon for a beer. Yeah. But if you didn't market the product and nobody knew it was here, no matter how good it is, you're just going to be a place with a nice ass studio. Yeah. You feel me? So, to me, the problem we have is we think we know business, and rather than either taking the time to go learn it or going to pay somebody for their craft, we'll just keep grinding and beating our head against the wall, and then you look up and we're 50 and we still doing open mics. I haven't had to do an open mic. I'm not being arrogant, but I don't even do open mics because I feel like I'm just feeding my competitors my jokes.
That's something else we got to talk about, bro.
Well, let's keep it real. Let me ask you something. Have you and your girl ever said, has your girl ever come to you and said, baby, I done had a long day at work. You know what will help me feel better? Can we go out to an open mic and listen to some amateur comedians fuck up their jokes? Yeah. No. So usually who's at an open mic? Other comedians. So you are feeding your competition. You understand what? You are feeding your... So I'm not saying that you shouldn't do them.
I had a conversation at an open mic the other night. And what I said in the conversation made its way on stage.
Okay.
Not by me.
Okay.
Like, it's... How do you protect your IP?
I don't. My thing is, and this might sound weird, I'm blessed. I'm on the verge of movie deals, this, that, and the other. Yeah. I have maybe 50 YouTube subscribers. I don't even advertise. Yeah. I use YouTube as my database. Just hold my shows for me. Yeah. I advertise my shows to the people. Exactly. Yeah. I don't even advertise my YouTube channel. Yeah. Why? Because I don't want somebody who can go on there and study my shit.
Definitely.
I'm gonna give you an example. Last night was the first night that I ever roasted one of my own shows. I have a reputation for being good at the roast and shit. I grew up in New York. That's what we did. We sat on the stoops talking about each other's mamas and shit. Then add in the fact that I was always the young, smart motherfucker in the group. I graduated high school at 16. Yeah. So all my buddies is 3-4 years older than me. So you know what I'm saying? So you playing the dozens, this, that, and the other. Last night we had a show. It was an amateur show, but it happened that almost everybody on the show was fucking horrible. Horrible. And then I came up there at the end of the night and I was supposed to close out the show. I told them, I'm not finna sit here and do my material to a bunch of dudes that's gonna take my shit. Yeah. So I sat there and did everything off the top of the head and roasted this shit out of them. Made them better comics. Yeah. To me, if you're a comedian and you can't take getting roasted, you in the wrong business.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Big Kev 2K too.
Man, Big Kev 2K, he came out there and did his thing. I ain't got nothing but love for Big Kev because he was the one I pulled aside. I said, bruh, I'm not happy with this shit that went down. I'm finna go up there and roast the shit out these niggas. But as far as I'm concerned, you the only one that did your thing tonight. I just came to him like a man. Yeah. The rest of them, I went up there and obliterated them niggas. Like, if y'all don't come out here with that bullshit, bruh.
Why do you think, I got a theory on why people out here doing comedy, bruh. I think people really working on anxiety issues. I think that's really what people are going up there to do. What do you think is the motivation behind somebody who you can clearly be like, who is telling you funny? Or why do you even think you funny?
Let me tell you what I honestly think, man. I think if you watched a good comedy show, and people get crazy when I say this, if you watched a good comedy show, in my opinion, you just watched a parade of broken people.
Right.
You just watched a parade of fucked up people. the average comedian, we don't act when we on stage. We really do that dumb shit. Like that's the average motherfucker. Like 75% of the shit I done said to y'all has either happened to me or I've done it, thought it, or I knew. Very few of the jokes that I just come up out the blue like Kevin Hart with a deer bruh type shit. I don't know. Most of my shit is real shit that I either took my name out, put somebody's name in, or whatever. So when you've experienced it, it's different than. But I'm gonna say this: what I've noticed about a lot of the comedians is that to me they don't have the work ethic that the old generation does. I notice comedians nowadays don't seem to work on delivering the punchline. A lot of them they'll set up, ha ha ha, yeah man, that shit was, and then they leave you on that cliff. Like where was the rest? Where was the rest of the joke, bro? Yeah, I'm the polar opposite. I write 5 or 6 punchlines for every joke and try to use the best one, and then people will be amazed that some of them other punchlines for that joke will apply to this one, to that one, to that one. If you start doing this shit like a Soul Train scramble board like I do, okay, this joke over here, this joke over here. Like last night, I did a joke that I wrote about 3 months ago. It was about Kobe Bryant. And I didn't want to me, it's a genius joke. But if you are a diehard Kobe fan, the joke might be too soon for you right now. You understand what I'm saying? I am necessarily not a diehard Kobe fan, but I appreciate what he brought, the Black Mamba, his mentality. I appreciate what he brought to the game.
Greatness.
He's a great man. No knock. I didn't follow him as closely as some of the other people did.
I didn't like his shoes, so I never really paid attention.
The irony of it, the joke is about his shoes. So that's the irony of it. The joke was about his shoes.
Some brown Adidas.
Yeah. The joke was about his shoes. And for the record, I'm old school. Yeah, most definitely rest in peace. I got some friends out there. I got a few from the best man at my wedding was in the NBA. So I got some NBA homies. Yeah. So much respect. But I got to say this while we talking about it, so I ain't never be in doubt. My favorite all times, every day, is always Reggie Miller. I don't care what nobody say. If I got a 3-pointer that I need shot at the buzzer for the game winner, fuck Jordan, fuck everybody else. I want Reggie Miller, bony ass, shooting for me.
You know who will get it done better?
The only other name you could possibly say is Ray Allen. If not, I'm turning over this table.
His sister.
Cheryl is, yeah, she a murderer though.
She a monster. Hey, I feel like she done beat him up gang of
man, I think he got the vagina in that relationship, bro. I think she done gave him the vagina. She took the dick.
Oh, they brother and sister. That's
bro,
weird.
I know, that's crazy. That's some whole other trailer park ass shit. But I'm just saying.
That's twisted.
Yeah, it is twisted. But I'm just saying, like, imagine, bro, like, to me, though, you right. I don't know if I would want her shooting at the buzzer, but just her game altogether, she a killer. But just, that's the analogy I use. If I got a game-winning 3-pointer at the buzzer, I want Reggie shooting for me, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I used to live in Indianapolis for a little bit. When I first got out of high school, my first apartment was like 2 blocks away from it. So I used to look out my kitchen window and see life-size next to Market Square Arena at that time, life-size thing at Reggie. And the tickets was like $8 because they was horrible. You know what I'm saying? So I scrape up like $10 to go down there and watch the game and shit, just to sit there and started liking them niggas, man. One thing about me, I'm loyal. If I fuck with you, and I fuck with you whether you won 2 games or 20 games. Yeah. I'm a diehard Eagles fan. We went 2-14, came back and won the Super Bowl.
I heard you say that.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, like I rock with my. So if I fucks with you, I fucks with you. The problem is people don't translate a lot of that to life. They fuck with their sports teams harder than they fuck with some of their friends.
I heard somebody say the other day on Facebook. Well, I seen they was like, people would say happy birthday to Drake, but won't share their own homeboy music.
Nigga, don't get me started on sharing. I don't understand that about us. It's a button that don't cost you nothing, but we won't do it. It's almost like some pride shit.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
I feel like
it don't cost you nothing but a push of a button.
I got a theory on that too, man. I feel like a lot of people are only your friend because they just trying to make sure you don't find happiness before them. So hey, what's going on? You good? You ain't find no happiness, did you? Okay,
right.
bye. Okay. This is like I'm just really keeping tabs on you to make sure that you're not succeeding before.
I feel that. I can agree with that in some capacity, yeah.
Man, but it's to the point now where I'm trying to block all that shit out, bro. Because it don't help your creativity if you're creative. It really rob you of your energy, and that's another thing. This world is run off positive energy.
I agree.
In the music business, the film industry, that's why they get these kids with this raw talent, because who's not going to support that?
Right.
And we can suck that energy out to power this whole city, this whole world with these stories, and then leave this person broken.
I agree.
Orlando Brown.
Yep.
Bruh. Like, he was a genius as a kid. Mm-hmm. But his energy got robbed because he given it to something. It's not reciprocating energy. Mm-hmm. It's a taking of an energy.
Then you also got to ask, though, is that when you're dealing with people who you know got that genius status, at what point do they not realize that they supposed to shift gears and pivot? How much of that can you blame? Yeah. Like, to me, I put myself in that category. I far from think I'm a genius. But I have been the type that have been in shit too long, and it took God almost striking lightning and say, nigga, leave.
Get out of here.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, but usually once I get that sign, I'm gone. It's good.
Yeah.
But oftentimes I'm the type that is so loyal that I'm gonna stay in there with you until, you know what I'm saying? I give you an example. One of the houses I used to own had a crack in the foundation, had mold in the roof. I wound up going to court and suing to keep the house because people were trying to take the house from me. Right? Went to court, sued. 3 weeks after I sued and won the house, God made lightning hit the house very next door to me. The house right next door to me. So my house blew out all the windows, the door frame, everything else. Gas lines leaking. I stood in the middle of the street and looked up and said, you know what, God, I get the hint, it's time to go. I sold the house right there in that condition the way it was. It took lightning striking for me to get, not the court cases, not the offers I got, not the other thing, but I was so stubborn and so loyal to that house that it took God making lightning hit the house next door. And the house next door was empty, so there was no one died, no nothing. But literally there was smoke coming out the ground. It literally hit the grass. It looked like a mound of dirt came up out the ground. Smoke coming out the ground, gas lines. Forest Park, this was at Forest Park. Forest Park pulled up with metro buses trying to evacuate the street. Really? I said, until you niggas leaving, I ain't leaving. Y'all standing in the street with clipboards. Y'all don't look like y'all running from shit. But I'm supposed to evacuate, man, fuck y'all. I ain't evacuating shit. They hated my fat ass. Yeah. I ain't going nowhere till I see y'all running for y'all life, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Why did you want to keep it?
Out of pride. This was my first rental. Yeah. It was my first rental. Like, it was like, shit, I'm starting to establish something. I'm trying to, so what I did is I wanted to keep it because I had other loans and shit coming off the fact that I had that property. Yeah. By selling it, now I don't no longer have that equity that I needed for these other loans, and some other shit was gonna fall through. Yeah. So what I had to learn was, if that's why you keeping it, God, you got to have the faith that God's gonna make your plan come to fruition another way, rather than the way you trying to dig such a hole that it took lightning to get your dumb ass out of it.
People practice faith until something where you need faith happens. And then you start panicking. It's like, what happened to all that faith?
Yeah, I've said that theory before. Everybody's a gangster till they meet one. Yeah. You know you a thug, so you get punched in your mouth by one.
Thug punch.
Thug punch. That make you realize, damn, I ain't as tough as I thought, huh? Okay. Right, you know what I'm saying?
Life will thug punch you.
Shit, Bruce Lee, that 1-inch punch, he lifted nigga off the ground with it. Like, bruh.
You really think he was hard in real life? We never seen a street fight.
That's a good theory. I've never thought about that until you said that. Do I think it was hard in real life?
All his fights have been produced.
Without fighting? Nah. So that's how I answer. Man. Produced or not, I'm cool.
I hit him with one of them.
Go ahead.
Trying to swing on you?
Man, I'm afraid that motherfucker kicked the LaChoy out my ass. I'm cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I got a feeling he'll walk up and kick me in the face and walk back down and shit. Like,
Now you said kicking the LaChoy out of you. Let's talk about it, bro. We in cancel culture.
Yes, sir.
That right there, somebody might try to use that as leverage against you in these days. Oh, he said he was going to kick the LaChoy. Asian lives matter. Why are you being brutal against Asian people?
You can't cancel me. I own my own shit.
Yeah.
Have a good one. Good luck trying.
Talk about how you feel about cancel culture and like everything they doing now.
You want me to honestly talk about it? Because it might not be something a lot of us want to hear.
I want it. It's not.
Cancel culture to me is a sign that we some punk ass bitches. So? At some point, we have got to the point where we too soft to take words now. Mm-hmm. We done been through slavery, beatings, fucking police and hangings and everything else, and now words got us our pussies up in the motherfucking bunch now. They go for some words now, nigga.
I think about it
words,
like that.
Though?
I think about it like that, and I also think like life is a cycle. Maybe we cycling back around to where we need to clean up the energy and refresh the page. I think of it both ways, like, oh, y'all soft. But then some of this stuff is like, it's so out of control right now that we must restore order somehow. So just stop talking about people. No, you can't do that. Until we get some togetherness, stop.
I agree. Everything in life has its far and low extremes. So to use the most recent example, the far extreme would be what happened January 6th when the white boys lost their mind and raided the Capitol. That's too extreme for you to be. If those are the views you have, raiding the Capitol is too extreme for you to be doing them. You understand what I'm saying? That's the far end. Yeah. But then you got these dudes down here that don't do shit because they're afraid of people not liking them or whatever, so they just keep getting their shit stomped on and walked on, so they don't do nothing. If you have a good middle ground, that you got to at some point have the energy to raid this motherfucker if you need to, but the smarts to be mainstream and make the ideas that you need to do work for the masses. I've never felt like it was smart for me to concentrate on me and us. I've always felt it was smart to concentrate on the world because we part of it. And we always exclude ourselves from global shit because we in this little motherfucking box. We are part of the fucking, listen to me, the African experience, the diaspora goes to England, goes to, we got African experiences across the globe, yet we caught up in our little shit, so we stay focused on this little shit here in the Cincinnati and Cleveland and New York and Indian, whatever.
Even
but it's global. It's global. If we unified on a color tip, we would run the world. Not just Cincinnati, the world.
How do people get so oppressed that they just look past that? Like,
that's part of the oppression. First, you can't oppress a person until you take away their mental ability to be anything other than what you want them to be.
Right.
That's the first part of oppression. I got to mentally make you think that this is deserving of you, or this is all you're gonna ever be, or you need me to do. How they do slavery? People think, here's the thing. Here was the biggest ill they did with us in slavery, taking us from that. But the biggest thing was the communication that they stole. You can get into the religion, you can get into all that. It was the fact that we couldn't even talk to each other standing next to each other. We had no ability to sit here and try to plan and escape or to plan anything. It was communication. If slavery had one element to it that was different and they allowed us to communicate freely, that shit would have been over in a couple of years. Think about all them Nat Turners and everybody else that would have figured out a way to get out. It was the fact that we couldn't communicate. They separated the guys and the ladies. They separated the babies from the this, that, and the other.
I take your bitch to Gatlinburg and eat pancakes, and ride go-karts, and eat pancakes, and then we ride go-karts, and eat pancakes, stay in the chalet, and then we eat pancakes, and then we ride.
They separated us internally by taking us out in the fields and making the women have to run the house. Now we wonder why in 2021 we got so many butch chicks out here. Their whole fucking generation, they've been having to run the house because we wasn't there to do it.
Right.
We can't turn around and fault them for what they've learned generationally now. We got to turn back and turn the cycle.
Yeah.
But we can't turn the cycle back if we're not willing to admit the cycle exists. That's the problem
we
to me.
keep trying to not fix stuff, put Band-Aids on stuff that we not getting to the core root of the problem. I had an interview with David Montgomery. He from here. He played for the Bears.
I know that.
And I was like, how do you feel about Kaepernick kneeling because a black man was killed?
Mm-hmm.
That's how that started. All that stuff got together. And then in 2020, a black man was killed and they took away the sports and everybody was in the streets fighting to change stuff. It was really about to change. In the same distraction, they brought it back to kill your ambition.
Mm-hmm.
It was people in the streets from here to London, Africa, ready to get active because they was killing black men. Mm-hmm. So to distract you from that fight, they brought back the same sport that disrespected. Like, how do we not see this? Like, and when do we just pull ourselves out of this? People still love wearing Gucci. People still love the NFL. It's like,
now let me tell you my 2 cents on that, because I've had some people who's different with my opinion on that. I'm blessed to have friends in 3 major sports.
Yeah.
A couple of homies play baseball, a few homies play NBA, a few homies in the NFL. It's amazing that the baseball and basketball homies feel totally different about the NFL than the NFL homies do. So let me tell you my 2 cents. Number one, here's why I don't have no beef with the NFL. People think I'm crazy. I'm going to tell you, I have no beef with the NFL as an organization. Here's why. There is no other organization that has made more black millionaires than the NFL. I'm not defending them. I'm being honest. Let's talk facts. Hold on. Here's what I'm about to say, because this is where people hit. Just let me finish my whole point. You'll see what I'm saying. Let's take 2017 when Kaepernick did what he did, right? Brother, do you know that it cost about $35 billion to buy a team altogether? You got to have about $35 billion in liquidity to buy a team. Do you know that if the 285 top NFL players in the league took 1 year's check, they could buy a team? So my question,
you could buy your papers.
You could buy your. So my question is, when you have 3 brothers, Kaepernick, Eric Reed, this, that, and the other, who had the heart to stand up, none of the other black millionaires risked their motherfucking money. None of the other black millionaires risked their kids, this, that, and the other. So y'all want us to ride when only 3 of you motherfuckers took it serious enough? Y'all not risking y'all shit. It would be different if whole teams walked 3 motherfuckers, bro. Why? Because at the end of the day, the money talks. These motherfuckers got Bentley payments to make. Hold on, these motherfuckers got Bentley payments to make. Let's go back to the niggerish of this shit.
Yeah,
we in our 20s. They get these niggas young money and think that they gonna go do smart things with it. These niggas is out here buying Bugattis and shit the first day they get their checks. You think they gonna turn in all of that shit Because dude decided to they are buying these niggas with the money.
Right.
So my question is,
these niggas
hold
are side
on.
chicks.
So why don't we get to the athletes to make them do different things with the money rather than trying to influence the white boy who's giving us the money? I'm saying is that I'm saying look at it, let's fight fire with water rather than the fire. If we get to the athletes as children and make them understand that this is going to be what's going to happen to you when you get older. You're going to get X, Y, and Z amount of money. Instead of blowing it on Bugattis, how about blowing on some investments? How about buy some real estate? How come the Constitution don't even consider you a man until you own property? So go buy all the fucking property you can buy. We not teaching them that. We letting BET raise them to say, when you get that check, go buy bitches, clubs.
Spend it.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's mine.
So that's what I'm saying. So are we faulting the NFL for that?
My thing is, you said the NFL has made a lot of black millionaires. No.
Right, which means
black men have made white NFL owners
billionaires.
more money.
Billionaires, made them billionaires. I ain't denying that at all. But what I'm saying to you is, I would rather, if I'm making you a billion, somebody who owns this motherfucker might be a billionaire. The motherfuckers here make $12 an hour. Let's keep it 1,000. If I'm paying you $30 million to play a game and you decide to spend $29 million of that on bitches and cocaine, can you be mad at me?
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not denying that the NFL has to work on some shit. They got a lot of shit. They got a lot. Here's the biggest thing they got to work on. There should be more black head coaches. There should be more black GMs. We should be getting tax abatements for trying to buy for teams. There should be all of that shit. But to me, when I hear people saying we should boycott the NFL, here was my argument against that. Do you realize that there are 48 major organizations you would truly have to boycott in order for the NFL to actually lose $1?
Let them all suffer.
You can't. Listen to me. You would have to boycott Microsoft. Turn off your phone. You have to boycott Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Castro Oil. I can keep going. Underwear.
Let's do it.
But here's the point. Not many of us are willing to make that sacrifice. Think about 48 companies you would have to stop fucking with in order for the NFL to even notice you left there. So I'm not saying that they are untouchable. Here's what I am saying. And this is why I disagree why everybody came down on Jigga. Let's go to the top and make them make some fucking changes rather than let's try to rebuild a fucking tree that's already grown.
Take your ball and start. Bro, what happened to the Negro League?
The niggas don't support it. Do you realize that we only 18% of the NFL's revenue? That if you used to hustle, if you lost 20% of your money, would that shut your business down? Would it shut your business down?
It wouldn't shut it down, but you'll be zoned out.
You're going to find you can replace 18% though, right?
Yeah, you can.
So I'm not defending them. What I'm saying is we are not using our financial position well enough to make them scared enough of us.
People don't want power. People want just enough. Just enough is okay. Because mentally you've been trained to think you don't deserve nothing. So I just got 30 million.
Man, I'm blessed. I ain't saying I'm a six-figure nigga. I don't dress like them t-shirts and I'm cool. I don't have to impress nobody. Yeah. If I wanted to come down here in a fucking Bentley, I could have.
But you own yourself.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and know my next meal is paid for.
Yeah.
If I died tomorrow, my son got 3 houses in his name.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. My kids is so. What I'm saying is I'm coming from the context of. I'm looking at financial longevity and empowerment. And if we are being empowered to play a game, these niggas is not curing cancer. They running around with a ball. And if you're getting paid millions of that to take 16 weeks out of your life and you blow that, we can't fault the motherfucker who gave you that opportunity. Yeah. Now, does the motherfucker who gave you that opportunity got some shit they need to fix? Yeah. The NFL got some racist policies. They got some bullshit going on. But for the core problem we have with black folks, I don't have a beef with the NFL. I don't have a beef with the NBA. I don't have a beef with none of these niggas.
All they doing is hustling.
All they doing now, my question is, how come we don't have more LeBrons who took the interest off one bank account and started a school? Mm-hmm. That school ain't cost LeBron shit. That's the interest off one account.
Yeah, that was extra.
Why the fuck? Why we ain't got 100 of them? But we ain't go to the NBA and be like, y'all not paying these niggas enough money. They should go have more schools. No, we should go to the Anthony Davises and the Zion Williamsons and say, why is your neighborhood still got leaky roofs and no textbooks? Mm-hmm. You can just do a commercial for these motherfuckers. If I was blessed to be famous, I go do a commercial for the motherfuckers. They get the shit for free. It won't even cost you nothing. So all I'm saying is, to me, when we start using our shit in a 100% positive way, then we can go to the NFL be like, nigga, y'all finna change this. Right now, we got so much shit that they can point back at us. To me, we wasting our time trying to go change anything till we fix our house. Don't fix the foundation in your house if the plumbing is still bad. Fix the plumbing first, nigga. That's just my 2 cents, man. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying, and I'll be biased enough to admit, I got friends in the NFL. I've had that conversation. I'll also be biased enough to admit, I got a son that's already getting looked at by colleges for the NFL. I'm not going to encourage him, son, turn down making $18 million a year because the NFL might be.
I want this to go back to funny again. But like the NFL, your contract is not guaranteed. You're risking your life at a way higher level than a baseball player or an NBA player. Like it's a big slap in the face, man. But hey,
my contract ain't guaranteed if I'm a Walmart greeter. Niggas mass shootings every Thursday. I'm saying that to say that so part of but
every
the
time
chances,
you clock in, you're not getting tackled by.
I agree, but if you got a good agent or a lawyer, you probably got some kind of guaranteed dough in your shit. Or something, you know what I'm saying? In other words, I'm saying if I'm gonna risk anything, I'm gonna risk it for $2 million as opposed to $20 at Walmart, my nigga.
But the thing that they doing now, they will pay you to not be active in your own community because they know people treat that money like that. If you are taking that money and you are being dumb like that and you are being misled like that, that's your fault, not the NFL. To me, that's no different than what white folks is doing to us now. It's just called the NFL. They don't want us to go out. I mean, I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but they are not. This is not a situation where they are saying we want black folks to go out and take the world lead and be the global. Do you know why half the racist people that were pissed about Biden? Do you know why they really pissed? It don't have nothing to do with Biden and everything to do with Cam. What's Cam?
Vice President Kamala Harris.
Oh God!
Think about
where they been at.
Think
about
matter of fact. Think about this logically. You talking about a 78-year-old white man who just got voted into office for a 4-year job, which means even if he stay alive for the next 4 years, he's going to be 82 when he come out of office. 82. They are more concerned about dude dying in office and us having a President Cam. Think about it. In the most recent history, racist dude turn over in his grave that we had a President Barack and can now have a black chick named President Cam in the same visible, memorable time. They're losing their fucking racist mind right now. Because, and I'm going to say this
because Kamala, mentally,
because now a black woman is the lowest on the totem pole of society. They lower than us to society. No, sir. Black women are on the lower on the totem pole. Black men are feared more. Black women are the lowest.
Feared more, but
black women are on the. To me, class society.
They'll pay our black women.
Black women get it worse than we ever do, bro.
Nah, bro. They pay black women to keep us out of the picture.
We'll just respectfully. That's a whole other podcast.
We got to come back.
We got to come back to that. In my opinion, I feel like our sisters get it worse than we ever do. The only time I feel like we get it worse is in the justice system. I think if you got a black guy and a black woman get convicted of the same crime, the black guy gonna get it worse. But when you look at society, I think society revels the sight of a black woman more than they do us, because they can't produce us without them. If they could get rid of anybody, you think they would keep us? And keep the black women to keep us? No. They would get rid of the black women because you can't produce more warriors without them black women. So to me, personally...
So I hate the war. Well, I guess I do hate the portal the warrior
I think our black women deserve... We don't support them enough in what they do. They've been supportive of us in a lot of shit, but we don't support them enough in what they do. So I am not only praying in my heart that Vice President Harris makes it to be president one day.
No.
But I'm gonna say this for the record, I hope this happens.
Kamala.
Let me say two things. Number one, here's one thing we need to change the law. Why should you be able to be president if you should have to retire? If y'all make me retire at 65, why the fuck can I be president at 77? I don't care if you black, white, racist, whatever. At 77, if your dumb ass is too old to be a Walmart greeter, why the fuck would we give you the hardest job in the world? Number one. So y'all want to keep Trump out of office? Change the law. Anybody over 70 can't be president no more. Period. Done. Number one. Number two. If Vice President Harris becomes president and decides to run again and gets Michelle Obama as her VP run, it's over. You hear what I'm talking about? Bruh, we can say that again. I'm saying that on anybody because I'm into politics. I'm going to tell you. If Vice President Harris makes it into office, and if she is smart enough to go get Michelle Obama as her running mate when they rerun, it's a wrap. They got the black vote, they got half of the female vote, and even some of the Republicans gonna vote for him solely because you got Republicans who are mad at Trump that don't even want to fuck with him. Let me put this in perspective.
I feel like if they was to run together.
Let me say this. You got 74 million people that voted for Trump. You got 80 million people that voted against him. Do you know that more than half of the country still didn't even vote?
Right.
That's only 150 million. We got 300 million people. Half the country still didn't even vote.
Why are we voting? Voting has never
ever
This
done
gonna be a
anything.
whole other show now.
Yeah, we got to go back to the funny. But we're gonna talk about this later, man. Let's get back in this bag.
I get on the politics. We can go. Let's get back on the
I didn't know that you was deep into politics like that, man.
Oh yeah, I was a campaign. I used to work for Mayor Tillery and Mark Mallory and all that.
Okay.
My mama a federal employee. Yeah. All right, back on the funny. What makes something or someone funny? All day attitude.
Yeah.
Attitude. Like, here's one of my things. When I'm on stage, from the core of my heart, I don't give a fuck if y'all like me. I don't care if you think I'm funny.
Yeah.
I don't care if you even enjoyed your time. If I have fun, fuck y'all.
Yeah, and somebody else is gonna feel that vibe.
I don't fuck y'all. If I have fun up here, fuck y'all. Yeah. Now here's the thing. I feel like my attitude on stage is more of a, I'm up here to have a good time, and if y'all are open to having a good time, then we'll all have a good time. But if not, then fuck y'all. I'll be done in about 15, 20 minutes, bitch, get over. I'm good enough with the roasting thing that I swear I'm waiting on a heckler. Come get these hands, nigga.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Comedic
Like,
hands.
yeah, come get these verbal hands if you want this. I got 5 one-liners already practiced. That if I even get to the third one, you should be ready to fight me in the parking lot on the third one.
That's beautiful when somebody sets you up for your own joke.
Oh man, on the 5th one, we probably already fighting. If you get to the 5th one, you probably done already swung on my big ass.
You done had to fight somebody, a heckler?
No, I've only been heckled once in life. I'm not being arrogant. I've only been heckled twice. I got heckled once when I was in Augusta, and I'm good at roasting. So the Augusta dude, I made him come down to the front row and roasted his ass so bad security made him leave because he wanted to come up on the stage. The other dude that called himself heckling, he wasn't really heckling. He was drunk and trying to be a part of the show. Yeah. So he was like too loud, like, "Oh, you're fucking funny, buddy," shit. And it was just the wrong time. It was like in the middle of the shit, and I was like, "Dude, I promise you, I'm gonna sober you up real quick in the parking lot if you keep interrupting my fucking jokes, bro."
Wow.
I done drove up here from Knoxville, Tennessee, and shit, and I'm getting $8 for this show. If you don't shut the fuck up and let me finish these jokes. And usually, if you're doing well, the crowd is your best policeman.
Yeah.
When I'm doing well, the crowd will be like, "Shut up, man!" I did a show in Ashtabula. Shout out to John Miller, Epic Live. I did a show up there. And the people in the back part, now this was an audio problem. The back part, they didn't set up speakers in the back part of that club. So the back part of the people weren't hearing the jokes as much. Yeah. So it was getting to them slowly. This one lady came up and grabbed the mic and said, "Would y'all shut the fuck up back there? He's up here killing and we want to fucking hear the jokes." And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I didn't know y'all wasn't hearing the jokes. You feeling me? Yeah. If you killing it, the crowd will police themselves. So somebody will come out. If you not, them motherfuckers, to me, this is the new heckle. Yeah. That's the new heckle to me.
Stop putting TVs on the side of the stage. That is distracting. Even when I'm on stage, if it's a TV on, I'll be...
Well, let me say this. That's going to change as you elevate venues. Bars and shit like that always got TVs and shit like... When you get into comedy clubs are totally different because the people paid to laugh.
Yeah, definitely.
So the situation is there ain't no TVs to distract them or whatever. But the club situation I used to do, man, I'll tell you one time I did a club. I ain't going to say their name. But I did a club one time and they had NASCAR races going on. It was an all-white car. What? NASCAR races going on. It was Talladega or whatever. And the stage wasn't even a stage, my nigga. They had a pool table with some steps that came up to the side. So we standing on a fucking pool table as the stage. And I'm sitting here amongst all these country-ass white folks, and the first joke out my name was, "Hey, I got Jacoby and Myers. If I fall off this motherfucking pool table, I'm going to own this bitch. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all better get a real stage up here next time." I started doing some jokes about the Klan and some other shit. That's the first time in life that I got escorted out of a building.
Really?
Because I had pissed off so many people. They paid me and said, "Bro, you need to go." They mad as fuck about. So
they didn't think that was funny?
No, well, my whole set was, I did a whole set about, I did some NASCAR jokes. The set was also about how the Pope looked like a Klansman just with a different hood on. It was just little shit like that. And so it was all, but the one that pissed him off, I was like, you see, you got this show called When Animals Attack. You don't see no show called Animals and Blacks. Because we ain't going in the woods. That's y'all kissing the dogs in the mouth, motherfucker. That's not, it was that type flavor. Well, they were like, you know what I mean? And I guess I wasn't reading the room. And I'm the type that once I know I got you pissed off, that's the native New Yorker in me. I don't give a fuck.
It's going to make me turn up.
Oh, nigga, that's going to make me sue. Once I know I got you, man,
I thrive in that
fight you, nigga. Yeah, let's go. One thing I don't know how to do is run from a nigga. We either finna bang it out or talk it out, but you ain't gonna have no video of me running. Nah. Do I look like a track star nigga? I'm not. Nah. I don't know how to run from a nigga. We either gonna deal with it or bang it out or shake hands and just agree to disagree. But what we not finna do is, nah. I don't get down like that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, a person's attitude is gonna be the difference between whether they funny or not. It's gonna be the difference between whether they're successful or not. The attitude determines your altitude.
Yeah. I done heard people say, man, like, I did good. Y'all bombed. The crowd bombed.
Can you really say that though? Like last night we had that show. I mean, I think I mentioned to you last night the comedians was blaming it on the crowd. The first 6 comics was horrible. You can't blame the crowd for not being there for you motherfuckers that didn't get them something to be there for.
So it was that many people who wasn't that skilled?
Man, it was one of the amateur shows. It was one of the amateur shows. What I try to do for the amateurs is we give them a competition. They win a few bucks at night, but I got it set up because I'm blessed to have some connects with multiple comedy clubs that let me book for them. So I just had it set up where we'll get y'all a paid gig on another comedy club somewhere else, help you expand. You know, get you on in Columbus, get you on Cleveland, Indianapolis, so it helps the comic expand. We've been doing this for 8 years. Yeah. I'm blessed to say we done put over 500 comics on stage since we've been doing this. 500 different comics. So we trying to give opportunities. Last night, it would be like, do I give an opportunity to ass, booty, dick, or shit? Y'all all was horrible. Like, who gets the opportunity? You understand what I'm saying? And because I believe in iron sharpening iron, I don't want to give an opportunity to somebody, who ain't ready and really didn't deserve it. I'll give you that little punk ass little $50. That's cool. But the opportunity where my name is now on your shit to somebody else, man, I'm blessed. We just landed the Bob Sumner Def Jam showcase, bro. Really? And I landed it. Let me tell you, I landed it when I met him out in L.A. I immediately went to him. We got a chance to talk and told him what I know how to do and everything.
Who is Bob Sumner, real quick?
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, Bob Sumner is one of the co-creators of Def Jam, the Def Comedy Jam, Stars, First Amendment, Laugh Mob, all that type shit. Bob would be the Berry Gordy, if you're familiar with who Berry Gordy is, or he would be the Michael Jackson, the Quincy Jones of comedy. If you can get Bob to say your name, a motherfucker done said your name. You feel me? Like that's what it is. Bob put on the Martin Lawrences and the Bernie Macs, the D.L. Hugleys. All of them came on the Bob and brother. So if Bob even fucking talking to you, you blessed. Yeah. So not only am I cool with Bob, I can text him right now, and I'm not saying on some arrogant shit, but here's what's going down. We'll set that up.
For the people at home.
But so what's cool is so Bob got a showcase he's doing here in Cincinnati. They go to each city and take 10 comics from the city and try to see who's the next king and queen of comedy. So I said, bruh, I got 6 venues in different cities I could do. Cincinnati, Cleveland, Indianapolis, da-da-da-da. He immediately pumped the brakes and said, I fuck with those who I fuck with first. So I got Indianapolis and Cincinnati covered because I got people in them cities that I already do business with. Yeah. I respect that. That's cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. That made me want to fuck with him even more. Yeah. I said, okay, cool, but what about the other 4 cities? So at the end of the day, me and him sat down and he gave me an opportunity to do Louisville. So even though we not from Louisville, we going to be putting on the showcase. Ovations Entertainment going to be putting on the Bob Sumner Showcase. Right. August 8th, 2021, Louisville, Kentucky, Club Nirvana. Yeah. Now, am I worried about the showcase? Nah. I got to get him nice hotel, flights, all of that type of stuff, but he's going to be with me in the car for 3-4 hours, riding around while we talking. You think I ain't finna got my business hustle ready to talk to him about some shit? You crazy. Yeah. I'm not finna be in there trying to play music and talk. Nigga, we finna talk. Yeah. I'm trying to see what's coming out of this. And so I respected his hustle that he said out front, I got people in them cities that I fuck with. I'm not fucking with you in them cities. He ain't say it like that, but that's in essence, he's like, in them cities, I'm cool. Yeah. The other cities, I gave you a shot, and he giving me a shot, and I'm finna knock this motherfucker out the park, bro. Yeah, bro. I know expenses, spared because money is not worth your rep. I want him to go back to his industry friends and be like, Ovations treated me right, they did me well. Yeah. We not getting no motherfucking Motel 6. I put him up in a fucking Residence Inn. We not getting no, I got him first class flights, paid for the bag, all that shit. I'll be there to get him out. I don't want to hear no bullshit. You want something to eat? Lobsters, nigga, I got you. I want him to go back and be like, I fucks with them.
Suck his toes while he driving back.
I'll find a fat white bitch or something.
Go take him to Price Hill.
Or one of the Cheech and Chilo Mexicans or something like, Andale, sacarito. Sacarito.
Hey, man.
You know I'm stupid, man. I'm going to fuck around and get us both canceled.
Hey, it's already canceled, probably.
Right.
Hey, man.
You know, probably my ex-wife had something to do with that shit, too. She was like, God damn it.
Spite was
he
crazy.
Said I ain't got no boss either. I love that. Shout out to niggas with no boss.
Bro, I'm right now, I'm hustling. And I cannot go back to a job, man.
I wouldn't know how now, bro. I feel 6-7 years in.
You could feel so disrespected by a job that you like, the more I come here, I'm just disrespecting myself now. Because I know you have no respect for me.
Yeah, when I made y'all 2.8, y'all looked me in the eye and said my $65,000 a year was not enough. Yeah. And my response to him was, I said, well, don't give me no salary. Pay me once a year, give me 10% of what I make at the end of the year, one big ass check. You ain't got to pay shit. Make me make my money. Give me 10% of what I make at the end of the year. That would have been $280.
So get your black ass out of here,
man. Y'all can't afford me, nigga. $65,000. Come on, bro.
You lucky they ain't have you train your sub. A lot of people have you train in the person.
You want to hear what's even more fucked up? I was the nigga in the company. It was 179 employees. I'm going to say it. The name of the company was One Command. 179 employees and me. I was the motherfucker that kept them from getting sued. They used to use me as a landmark, nigga. Like, where my desk was, for real, the lady at the front desk, because my desk was right by the IT department. Yeah. So they would say, walk back to the black dude and take a left. So when they had IT, they would like, walk back to the black dude and take a... I was like, you are here at the King's Island and shit, nigga.
You should have started switching spots with people.
Nigga, they used to call me Waldo. When they do the fire drill, nigga, they never had to say my name and shit. They used to call me Waldo and shit. When I'm sitting out amongst only black dude, 179 people. But what fucked them up was, I used to manage Kings Island. I don't know for y'all who not from Cincinnati. I used to be the Unit 1 manager for Kings Island for 3 seasons.
What's Unit 1?
Unit 1 is the big dog. I got the red walkie-talkie. Everything go through me. I'm the big man. No, not security. The whole park. Oh, okay. The whole $1 billion park. Everybody reported to me for 3 seasons. Okay? Yeah. They thought I was a white boy. Paramount came in and bought Kings Island and sent all of us packing. They literally walked down the highway and started cutting off lights, handing us severance packages. Paramount came in and bought Kings Island back when I was running. Okay? Yeah. So they fired all of us. No, not Paramount. Cedar Point. Cedar Point came in and bought whoever owned it now. They came in and bought us all out. So on the resume, it say Hayward J. Thompson. I got all these cum laudes, all these certifications. Managed a $1 billion theme park for 3 years. They thought I was a white boy when I walked in there. They said that. They thought I was white. On the resume, I look like a white boy. I don't say my middle name is Jermaine, but on the fucking resume it says Hayward J. Thompson.
Yeah.
They thought I was a white boy. When they did not know a nigga would have had all these, and you run a $1 billion theme park, cum laude, Microsoft certifications. Yeah. Nigga, I tested in the top 25 of all the applicants in the country for law school. I could go to any law school in the world. Nigga, I had Yale, Harvard, all of them come to my door.
So why comedy?
Comedy was a back door from, like I said, I came home from the tour with the Wu-Tang. My house was empty, and that was my way of therapy. I didn't have no health insurance at the time, so I went up on stage just to kind of vent. Yeah. And motherfuckers like, nigga, that was funny. And
I think that's what a lot of people doing too, man.
You know what I mean? So I went up to vent. That's how the comedy got started. But the other shit, really, man, I've always just kind of been multi-talented and found a way to monetize them. That was the difference. When you can find a way to monetize I'll give you an example. My mama bought me a Casio keyboard as a 7th grader. She spent $100 on that keyboard. She never let me, because in 7th grade, when I was $100, that's like $400 now, right? She spent $100 on this keyboard. I took that keyboard to school and learned how to play 3 songs real quick. I learned how to play Stevie Wonder. I don't know how old you are. There was a song by a lady named called Shannon called Let the Music Play. Let the music play. I learned how to play that. And I learned how to play the Club Nouveau motherfuckers. Why you treat rumors and all that. Anyway, so I learned how to play 3 songs. My teachers loved the song, so they used to let me play at the lunch block. At that time, lunch was $1.80, so most parents gave their kids what? $2.
Give me 20 cents.
All them kids, I'm sitting there right there at the end playing them 20 cents, just coming in my bucket as they coming out. Within a month, I had enough to buy me a moped. So I was able to drive my own way to school. I made $120 in a month off dimes. Bought me a moped, so now I got a moped and a keyboard. Now I'm going to other places doing this shit at the park, this, that, and the other. So that was when I figured out a way to monetize my ability early on, changed the game.
Yeah, bro.
Changed the game. Let me tell you another thing I did. And I'm going to say this for all the motherfuckers that I used to hustle the school books. We was at school, you know, the exams and shit. I don't know how old you was, but when we had school, they made you take the exams in these little blue notebooks, and you had to go buy them for a quarter at the library.
Scantron?
I guess it was Scantron type shit. I would go in there with like $30 of the money that I made from that shit and buy all the school books. Buy all of them. When you need a book, now you got to come buy them from me. Now they're $1. Because you got to take the test that day, right?
Really?
I beat their ass, nigga. I used to make hundreds off school books.
Really?
When I was in 8th grade, nigga, I would go so when I'm making y'all 20 cents, I would then take that money, $30, $40, and go buy all of the Scantrons I could out of the library. 100 of them. Pack of 200, whatever. So now when you got all these kids going down there on school day, on test day to buy one, there might be 20 left. At that day, they only cost a quarter. Now I got them all, and now they're $1. And you need them to take your test.
What did the teacher say about that?
Couldn't stop my hustle. They couldn't do shit. Because I was smart enough to buy them a week or 2 in advance of the exam. I didn't go in the day before. They had no idea what I was doing. I'm buying them like a week or 2 before.
That's crazy.
Pre-planned the hustle, nigga.
So who put the hustle in you?
New York.
New York put the hustle in you.
Yeah, that is what made us different. Like, you can either be part of the rat race and get in and try and get your cheese, or you can sit on the patio and watch life go by. And New York is gonna force you to get in the rat race, bro.
I've been to New York once, and people walk with
A whole different vibe. Get the fuck out my way. I got something to do. I ain't trying to talk to you, and you ain't got to say hi to me, and I don't give a fuck if I say hi to you.
It's purpose in that walk. Like, I remember I was looking around, and an African dude came up to me like, "Where are you from?" And I'm thinking in my head, like, if you tell him where you from, you a lick. You're looking for. So I'm like, I'm from here.
No, you're not. Yeah, where you from? Right.
Like you're not gonna be from here and just be looking at buildings all whimsically.
Yeah.
Whimsically.
Yeah,
like,
right. Because you've seen all this shit.
Yeah, like, and why you just standing around?
Or you grew up in it. I was on the 33rd floor of a 37-story building. I had to take 2 elevators to get up to the apartment.
That's crazy.
I know more about pissing elevators and playing on the roof than I do. I didn't see a deer until I was in my 20s and got to Ohio. I know what the fuck a deer was, bro.
Who came from New York and like, man, I just wanted to see trees, bro. Like,
trees.
I was tired of buildings.
Only trees I ever saw in New York had shit carved in it and gum on it, like John was here. A regular just tree, never saw that until I got out of there and went to Georgia. I went from Bronx to Atlanta to here. So Atlanta, I saw trees and all that, but you ain't see like deer and all of the type. Yeah, but man, we had to leave there because my people was part of the Atlanta child murders. I had a friend that got killed. You know, I don't know if you're old enough to remember the Atlanta child murders, Wayne Williams and all that shit, late 70s, early 80s. I had a friend that was one of the victims, man, and once they found him, pulled that body out the dumpster, my mama moved. Said, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? So I moved here in a baseball uniform. My mama picked me up from baseball practice, told the coach, wave him by. Yeah. I didn't know he was leaving. I moved here in an Atlanta Dodgers uniform, still with the cleats on. Woke up on Plainfield Road like, nigga, you home.
All right, straight to silk.
You know what I'm saying?
Get you some of that Italian
man.
With the whole bacon.
Boy, you already know what I'm talking about, boy.
Italian
back when Foster's, if they was old enough to remember Foster's down there by the train tracks in Woodford, I think it was called Woodford Padilla School, all that over there, the Redwood Market that's over there off of Kennedy and all that. Nigga, that was my little stomping grounds. I had a little shit over there. All I know backwoods. I got to stomp through them backwoods more than you know, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Silverton part of the game, man.
Yeah, bro.
What's your favorite Cincinnati food, man?
Cincinnati food?
Yeah, I'm a corner you.
I would have to be a toss up between Grippos and I hate it, even though they some slightly racist motherfuckers. That Grater's ice cream got crack in it, bro. That black raspberry chip, bro. God damn.
Don't mess up a perfectly good dessert with a fruit or a vegetable, bro. Don't bring me no carrot cake. Don't bring me no strawberry topping. Chocolate.
No, I don't like the black raspberry chip. I like, but I'm not a big like. If I had a choice between chocolate cake, vanilla cake, I like the taste of vanilla over the taste of chocolate. But I like the taste of like to me, chocolate is so heavy. Not that I don't like the taste,
it is,
but it's so like in your ass. If you give me something that don't jump in my ass, I'll smash it all day. But
bro, drinking, getting drunk, and eating chocolate late at night will have the same effect on you in the morning. You're gonna wake up dehydrated as hell, bro. Like.
That's funny.
I stopped drinking.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a different in the night though. Drinking and eating chocolate, the drinking, you probably wound up with some pussy and did some dumb shit. The chocolate, you probably put it on some pussy with some dumb shit.
Nah, man. The chocolate, if I got the chocolate, that's all I need. I go home, beat off, and wake up.
It's like, I'm cool. Shit, I beat off in this Hershey wrapper. Fuck them bitches.
Have you ever had a Corito cookie?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, man. Corito is some of the shit I eat with my rich friends on that side of town, nigga.
Corito is delicious. It's like an upper scale Chipotle.
Yeah, it's like if Chipotle cared about calories.
Yeah.
If Chipotle gave a fuck, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Too many free shout outs.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get back in this, man, because we about to have to get up out of here in a minute.
Okay.
Your comedy Mount Rushmore. I forget how many people on the top of Mount Rushmore.
I believe it's 5.
Nah, it's 4.
4?
Or
okay.
3.
For me, first would be Patrice O'Neal.
Okay.
Patrice O'Neal is where I'm trying to pick up the mantle that he left. That big, intelligent black dude that can rock white crowds, black crowds. That's the mantle I'm trying to pick up. You feel me? Yeah. So I would say definitely Patrice. Are we talking about like active people that are active?
This is totally you.
I would say after that would be Tony Roberts. Tony, I think, is the best, most underrated comic. Tony is a machine gun. Gotta. He just firing bullets, bro.
What you think about this? I just heard somebody say that Dave Chappelle stole Tony Roberts' act.
I disagree with that, but
that was Faison Love to say that.
Well, I can understand why he might feel that way, but I don't feel that at all. As someone who's been in a room with both of them, they're two total different type of people. I don't see the style even being similar. Like Tony is a machine gun. Joke number 1, bam. Joke number 2, bam. Joke. Dave is a thinking man, storyteller that already know. Like if you met somebody that already know what you gonna say, to me, Dave remind me of like the Mr. Miyagi of this shit. He already know what you gonna say before you know what you gonna say to him, type shit. Tony Roberts, real cool ass, funny to the motherfucker, smart as hell. Like to me, Tony is about a good time. Tony, y'all gonna have a good time. Y'all gonna kick it. Dave is gonna try to impart some wisdom in you.
Yeah,
it's just a whole different approach.
Funny parts.
Yeah,
I like the storytelling part.
I don't have no knock. I got nothing but love for Faison. Faison is in my top 10 of people who I think is funny. I like the way that Faison don't hold no punches with whatever. I also think that some of us got to have that responsibility to not necessarily watch what you say, but just to be accountable that when you say certain things that there might be a chain that come from it, and don't run from that accountability when if it backlogs on you, i.e. Aries Spears getting his ass whooped at the thing. But on the flip, don't deny it if you actually was,
Make sure y'all go check out my Zoe Williams interview, bro.
Yeah, Zoe, you got an interview?
Zoe Williams was the first celebrity that I interviewed, bro. Zoe Williams made me want to do radio.
Okay.
So I flew out. I was so sick of Cincinnati in 2018. The color was starting to fade.
Okay.
From life. So I took a plane out to LA. Okay. I was like, man, I'm about to get an interview from somebody. I was supposed to interview, I forget who I was supposed to interview, but it fell through, and I ended up interviewing Nate Jackson from Wild 'N Out, and then I interviewed Zoe Williams. So shout out to both of them.
Man, who else you trying to get?
Man, I'm trying to get everybody up through here, man. I want to talk to people, and I'm not trying to use people for content, man. I really want to talk to entrepreneurs and figure out how you got through it, because we need these stories as entrepreneurs to keep us on track, keep us accountable, and just for some extra insight, all that, bruh. Who is he calling right now? Let's see.
We're going to see. I ain't going to tell y'all till I see if I get him the answer first.
Let's see, man. Scoot the mic a little closer. Who will he call? Don't think they're answering. Might be taking a boo-boo.
Yes. All right, well, I was attempting to call my dude Dungeon from the Wu-Tang. I'm going to set up something I can get. That's out of all my Wu-Tang experiences, he's the one that I came out of it with as a personal friend. That's my dude. We even share the same birthday.
He a real Wu-Tang member, right?
Yeah. That's Dungeon 10th Chamber. The Dungeon, the one that looked like ODB, except he was the light-skinned looking motherfucker that kind of.
Okay.
I don't know how to remember. Yeah, he definitely. Yeah. But because I did some tour with them. I've been blessed. Life Jennings, the Murder Inc. crew before they was the Inc.
Yeah.
I worked on Black Child's project. That was the one that stabbed 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Gorilla Black. A dude named KC who was coming out on Usher's thing, but then he wound up going to jail.
Is he back out? That'd be.
I don't know, bro. I stopped. Dealing with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
It wasn't no knock on him, but it's like I kind of moved on to other things in life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this dude from up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure, let's work on that, man. Okay.
Yeah, that's my nigga. That's what I'm saying. They want to kind of look like ODB, except, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I get him. Yeah, I'll get him in a heartbeat. That's the one I came out personal friends with. He'll do it just because
That's cool.
We cool. Yeah, so I'll make it happen, brother.
Hey, so y'all look out for that, man. What we do here, man, we talk to entrepreneurs. We talk to people who found a way and just get a little bit of game up off them, man. Because if you can get that game, you want to be an entrepreneur, man. Who better to learn from than another entrepreneur, man? So that's what we do here, man. Make sure y'all check out the Instagram. Make sure y'all check out the YouTube. Type Shit Podcast, man. We got a couple more questions, then we're going to get up out of here.
Gotcha. Shit, I could probably get Shorty. That's another close friend of mine, too. Well, my name is Sade.
Yeah, okay, Shorty.
Yeah, I can get them niggas to... I'll probably get him to call in, too, or something. You know,
that's hard, man. I'm going down to... I was supposed to go last week, but I'm trying to get down to Atlanta, man, and get to some of these open mics, Cat's Cafe, and all them spots. It's another place.
Man, I'm going to tell you, man, let me say this, and this probably ain't going to do well for my career, but... Atlanta ain't all it's cracked up to be in the comedy scene, in my opinion, bro. A lot of people are successful without having to feel like they got to go through the Atlanta. And there's no knock on Atlanta, but this is true shit, Atlanta. Don't be mad about it. Atlanta is the most cliquish comedy scene in the fucking world. If you're not really part of the Atlanta comedy scene or, like, they don't really absorb you, they not really going to support that much.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking them, but there's a lot of people that have felt like that Atlanta has to be one of the places that they got to go through to be successful. And I will just say I personally disagree. It's no knock on them. I think right now when you got the internet, there's not one particular place you have to be successful anymore. The internet helps you be successful from your own house. So I'm not trying to tell you not to go. I just don't want you to go down there and maybe not come out of with the result you thought you was going to get and be disappointed.
I'm not really going for a result. I'm really going because I feel like you need to expand. Because I stay here through
Have
the
you ever
music.
performed down south before?
I have.
Comedy-wise? So let me give you some advice. They laugh differently.
Yeah.
They laugh differently.
It's got to be real.
So New York is more like when I do my New Yorkers, they threaten when they laugh. You like, yo, smack this nigga, son. Yo, beat that nigga ass, son. Yeah, fuck this nigga, son. I mean, that's funny. In the Georgia, they be like, they cover their mouth. If you see them covering their mouth, they fucking with you.
What you mean?
If you see them covering their mouth, then they like you. They laugh like down south, motherfucker. It's a hospitable thing. They don't want to be They
turn mine
they
up,
laugh different. That's what I'm trying to tell you. When you start to get that experience traveling the country, you'll know what to expect from certain places.
Yeah.
New York is a very demonstrative type laugh. Yo, son, yo, that nigga, yo, get that. Atlanta, Atlanta's more like. So don't think that same joke that killed him in New York that didn't get that same reaction in Atlanta is a bad joke.
Yeah.
LA is totally different too. LA is a lot more middle ground because LA is like a whole other country. You got a lot of Latino influence. You got a lot of the Asian influence is real heavy in LA. The LGBT community is big, and that. So you got a lot of communities out there that will support you if you fuck with them right. But they'll also rip your ass apart if you don't. Shout out to Tony Hinchcliffe. Sorry he going through what he going through.
That's
you know
crazy.
What I'm saying?
Man, my thing with comedy, man, I'm not really doing it. I'm doing it because I want to be better, and I'm also doing it because I feel like, I started out in music, and I feel like I didn't move the way I was supposed to move when I was doing music.
Right.
So I just feel like God is just telling me, like, bro, just expand and show people what you got.
Uh-huh.
It's because I can't bless you the way I want to bless you if you stay here.
I agree.
So that's pretty much what my
the music scene in Cincinnati is interesting.
You can't stay nowhere.
Yeah.
Even in the biblical days,
Yeah.
cats was like traveling out, and they would have whatever they had to barter, and that was how they moved around. Like,
think about one of the most captivating stories in the Bible is the story of Abraham. When God told Abraham it's time to go, didn't tell him where he was going. Abraham had to go home to his wife and say, "Boy, I don't know where we going, but we got to bounce." And all I got to pay the bills is God's faith and my talents to do what I got to do. Bruh, yeah. So what I'm saying is not only is God going to tell you to move, but to me, not only is God going to make you move when it's time, but God's going to move the people to you as well as you moving to them.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? If it's meant to be, he's going to move the people to you that need to be. I got to tell this story. My very first time on stage as a comedian, I got paid.
Yeah.
Very first show. I went on stage just to open up for somebody because it was a white friend of mine who was doing comedy. He said, "Bro, we got this show. Come on over here and just tell a couple jokes because everybody on the show is a country white dude. Come over here and break up the monotony." I wound up doing 8 minutes. Instead of doing an intro, I wound up doing 8 minutes. Guess who was in the crowd? Jimmy Flint. People from the Hustler. People from the Hustler organization was in the crowd.
Yeah.
Got off stage, pulled me aside, handed me $150. That was on a Monday. Wednesday, they called me. Friday, I was on a plane to Vegas, Hard Rock Hotel. Second show in life was in Vegas with Jimmy Flint in the Hustler Group.
Jesus.
My second show in life was in Vegas at the Hard Rock Hotel at the Adult Novelty, the porno convention. So I'm standing there at the Hustler booth telling jokes, making people come buy their merchandise. They sold out of merch in a day. First time they ever sold out of merch ever. They sold out in a day. So they didn't even need the booth for the second fucking day.
Yeah.
Because I sold out of merch and they couldn't even get enough merch by FedEx out there in time. Sold out of everything from bumper stickers to pins. Okay? So they put me on stage. They got one of them Cirque du Soleil bitches that just went on in front of me. And my very first joke, I came out like this. She naked in a curtain and shit bouncing. That was the act I had to follow.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit, right? The Cirque du Soleil shit came out and I stood there for like 30 seconds just like, where's she at? Where's she at? Because she laying on my, you know what I mean? That type shit. Who was sitting in the front row? Dennis Rodman and his whole crew.
He was like, that's exactly what
I
would
roasted
do,
the shit out of Dennis Rodman for 8 minutes. That was my whole set. I told him, nigga, your feet so big, you finna trip that bitch, she gonna wind up on Las Vegas Boulevard.
This wasn't the time where he left the finals.
No, I don't know when it was. This was 2011. He had red and green, he had pink and green hair. I said, nigga, you look like a sorority snow cone sitting out there, motherfucker. Like, you look like a cap of snow. So I roasted him so bad. This is a true story. I lost the competition, but out in the vestibule area, his boys rolled up on me. And I mean rolled up on me. He had one that was literally in a wheelchair. The nigga rolled up on me, like kept hitting my, cuz, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm pushing the nigga back. Dennis Rodman and his crew wanted to whoop my ass at the Adult Novelty Convention of 2011 at the Vegas Hard Rock Hotel. Dennis Rodman crew and them tried to whoop. I'm not a track star. I'll get my ass whooped before I'm gonna get my ass jumped. You hear what I'm talking about? So I'm like, nigga, let's go. Hard Rock Hotel security made the decision, which was smart. let's pull him out of there. It's easier for me to pull one nigga out of there and make him go to his room
Yeah.
than it is to get 12 motherfuckers to settle down and one of them is Dennis Rodman. So they pulled me out, made me go to my room, but this is how they did it. They put $250 on my room for me.
Yeah.
They was like, just stay in the room the rest of the night. So, nigga, I ordered $250 worth of room service, nigga, liquor and tacos and all kind of shit up to the room. I ain't give a fuck. I'm at the suite in the Hard Rock in the Vegas with weed. Nigga, I ain't give a fuck. That's like, could you imagine it's the porno convention, you in the suite of the Hard Rock, and they say, don't come out your room. Oh, well, this is the best house arrest I've ever had. You know?
Did you have any come back to the...
It was the porno convention. I don't know tell my man. It was the porno convention in Vegas, nigga. I did not end up the night alone. Let's just leave it.
Uterus
You
everywhere.
know what I'm saying? Let's just leave it at that. It wound up being a good night for us all.
Well, very hard.
You know what I'm saying?
That's hard, man. So that's how you could tell that you was meant to do it?
Bruh, you know how I could tell I was meant to do it, man? Because from day one, I've always been that, like, if we was 12 people sitting in the basement capping, somehow I always won the cap battle. Yeah. Or, so, I remember as a kid when we was at school, me and the dudes would have a cap battle at lunch, and the whole school was gathered around. It was like, I didn't realize that I was good at this shit. So, but what made me realize, and this gets emotional, I had a dude come to me at a show about 4 or 5 years ago. He came to me and said, you saved my life. I said, huh? Fuck you mean? Like, I'm sitting there thinking he talking shit. He said, you saved my life tonight. I said, sir, help me understand how I saved your life. He said, I drove up here with the intentions of shooting myself, killing myself in the car in the parking lot. I was going to commit suicide in the parking lot. But it was a comedy show tonight, so I decided to come on in. He said, you made me laugh so hard, there's no way I could go out here and fucking kill myself tonight. This dude gave me a hug, and we Facebook friends now. He's still alive.
You should, so now go ahead and try it, man. You gotta carry
why you stupid?
Don't cancel your plans, bro.
Like, you did that for me?
really
Don't be a
about
quitter, my nigga.
Bro.
But that changed my life, bro. Like, me and him still Facebook friends. Like, that was an emotional moment for me. I never met that guy. Didn't know him from Adam. Had no idea we was gonna cross paths. Yeah. But I went up there, and I remember that show vividly. I was on fire that night. I was good that night.
Maybe just for him.
I don't know, man, but I ain't gonna say his name because I won't put his business out there, but he's still alive to this day. He and I are Facebook friends. He now lives in Phoenix, Arizona. Yeah. And so I can care less if God took comedy from me tomorrow. Yeah. I can feel like I did something with some jokes, bro. And I'm good with that. You feel me?
Yeah, dude was bullshit, no, bro. Anybody, if you
I
ever
don't think
attempted,
so. If you would have heard
no,
this, bro.
No, you cannot.
He had just lost his kids. The wife, he had just took the kids out to Phoenix, and he was gonna blame himself. And
so who says I'm gonna kill myself? But first, I'm gonna go check out this comedy show, man.
Well, he said he was coming up here. He was gonna get drunk and he was gonna kill himself. And it was a comedy show, and he said he had too much fun at the comedy show. So, I don't want to tell a motherfucker he was lying. I just know for him to come seek me out after, and for him, some of the conversations we've had since then, we've prayed since then and stuff like that. Like, if he was gonna go through it with it or not, but I definitely think it was on. Yeah. I definitely think it was on his mind to do, bro. Just so whether it was that night or not, if God put me in a position where some jokes, we ain't talking about curing cancer or something that's really meaningful for the world.
You think they don't cure cancer?
Jokes, man. I would rather
laughter.
I would rather, man. I've lost so many friends or family to cancer. I'd give up jokes tomorrow if I could cure cancer, man. I'd never tell a joke again if I could. You know what I'm saying?
Laughter, relieving.
I'm not saying it don't. I'm just saying for me, the actual. I guess what I'm saying is at the end of the day is I'll never put myself on some pedestal that I feel like I'm doing some great works for the world. Nah. But if God let me be able to make a person walk away without eating a gun that day, he's still seeing his children. Then I'm happy because my blessing is how many people may have had that same feeling that just couldn't tell me, or didn't have the courage to tell me, or maybe they saw it on TV in LA and maybe I made them laugh and they changed their whole tone for the day. I don't know, but that right there was probably the day that I realized I should continue to do. That was the day I realized stop taking this like some shit in a bar and go try to make a career out of it. And that was the thing that made me say, okay, if you can go make a career out of getting people to come tell you that you changed their life, then the money you make from that career is obsolete because you will be fulfilled as a person. And you fulfilled as a person, money to me is second.
It's secondary because I'm already full on the inside.
Yeah, if I'm full as a person, I'm blessed, man. I know the lights is on. I know what my next meal for the next month is coming for. I know if I want to go buy me a bag of weed the size of a human being, I can afford. You know what I mean? But I don't get caught up in that shit, man. Bro. Oh yeah. I got you. I'm just need help with the lighter, nigga. Just bring.
Let's get it, bro.
Nigga, shit.
I'm actually. I really like edibles more.
I hate edibles.
I like them. I like gummy edibles.
The fat people, man, we get a bad rap with the edibles because I got to eat so many of them motherfuckers that then when it do hit me, Like, man, nah, bro. Like, I'm old school. Let me roll up and like, you know. But when the edibles do hit,
You don't eat the peach rings in L.A.?
man, I don't try a lot of them. It's like I don't like not knowing when I'm finna be high. Like, I don't like 38 minutes later just hit me like, oh Jesus,
Oh, God.
I was just about to fuck too. I don't know, my dick won't work, and I was on my way to church, just whatever. And, you know, I like knowing. Oh, okay. But like, all right, I don't want to eat something. And then in about 6 minutes, you're gonna see Jesus.
You gonna
Like,
see him.
Is that the light, nigga? Like, is that?
I went.
Jesus is Mexican. Like,
I ate an edible and went. I had to go sit in Mercy Fairfield. I just sat in the parking lot just in case. 'Cause I was like, man, my heart is beating so fast. I'm not gonna go in because I ain't pushing. But I'm gonna sit in this parking lot till my heart calms down because I think it might be over.
Next
My
time you
anus
do
was
that,
clenched
call
tight.
me, and my people's work up there. I might be able to get you. Some VIP, yeah. I got people's up there at Mercy Fairfield, man. That's funny. You right around the corner. I could have threw a football to you if you was out there at Mercy Fairfield.
I left the studio. I was in the studio like, oh,
you know,
nah.
you high as hell. I just said, man, in case I die, I want to die in the parking lot.
You won't have to go far to find me, man. Maybe you can revive me, man. And I didn't want to tell the people at the studio.
And that's what make me nervous, man. Like when I look, I don't give a fuck. I'm my own boss. When I leave here, I'm smoking something the size of my arm. Like I'm
You don't
walk
get
up
paranoid
to-
from smoking
Not a lot.
at all?
Nah, I'm actually old school. Like it actually helps relieve pains and helps me sleep. And
It be
And I
depending
like
on
to
what I smoke. Some be having me like, oh God.
nah, but I'm a strand smoker. Like if I smoke the sativa, that's when I sit down and write. That's when I'm high and I'm happy. That indica I smoke at night when it's time to, because I got severe insomnia and some other medical issues. So I had to take 2 different medicines at night to go to sleep. You feel me? So so the indica helps me with that type of shit. But so I actually smoke different strands. So I'll be the first one to tell you, I am one of them people with the medical weed and shit that's helping changing what they do. I'm not one of them motherfuckers like, man, it's free weed. It's not free weed, first of all. And if you know anything how it work, they don't let you walk out the dispensary with big ass ounces and pounds and shit. It's not like, you know what I mean? They giving you little gram, little bowls, whatever for your little. It ain't
Little
like
eighth.
some motherfuckers be like, man, I'm finna hustle. No, you not. Not out that shit.
You ain't gonna make no money?
Yeah, nigga.
Who
What
you
you
gonna
gonna
hustle
do?
to?
Nigga, like, man, I'm gonna go sell a joint to a homeless man. Nigga, he ain't got no money either, nigga.
You might have to be able to go to UC, man, get that 60
You
a
know-
gram they used to hit him with back in the day. tell a
Don't
college
tell
kid
my business.
60 a gram,
60,
bro.
Just like the mopeds and shit. Don't tell my business. 60.
I was wondering how you got a moped for
man.
100.
Oh, this was back in the day, though. This was what, in the 80s?
Man.
I got a motherfucker, you know, I can tell you. I shop in the newspaper and get old shit from the rich white kids. Right. It was a white boy out in Anderson Township somewhere. He bought the moped and he didn't want it. His mama sold it for $400.
That's hard.
Went right on out there and got that motherfucker.
Man, I definitely, I'm finding more out, man, and I appreciate your hustle, man. Man, this is Entrepreneurs Helping Entrepreneurs, man.
Most
We're gonna play this or that, and then we're gonna get up out of here, man.
All right.
Definitely. Tell them about the white boy Rick real quick. I didn't know you was in there.
Man, yeah, so I played one of Art Derrick's goons. I was in all the club scenes, all that got shit. And what's crazy, the White Boy Rick, there was 5 scenes of that movie that got cut out. There was a scene that we filmed on a yacht, on a plane, all kind of shit. Where they expanded the Art Derrick character. If you remember Art Derrick and White Boy Rick, he was the one that in the club that kept dancing while he was talking to him, like, hey, you're one of Artie's boys, aren't y'all? The little kind of weird.
I had to see it because I went to the movie and watched it. I liked the movie, but I didn't see you.
Okay.
So.
No, yeah, because
wasn't
you
paying
wouldn't pay
attention.
attention to me. I was dressed in all black. I was just a big ass goon.
Yeah.
So the parts that actually made the thing, all you're gonna see is my big ass leaning against the wall protecting me.
How you get
There was
that?
5 scenes. Bro, let me tell y'all something. Please hear me when I say this. Casting directors love black people. Here's the problem. I'm not gonna tell you her name, but the casting director who got me that spot said, Hayward, please tell your people to apply for more positions. She said, here's why. She said, I get 100 submissions a day, and 95 of them are blonde-haired white boys and white girls. She said, I got 1 million of them. You know why I got the job? Because I was big and black and didn't have no tattoos on my face that you could physically see. They was able to put a suit on my ass, and I look $650 a day. $650 a day plus a hotel. You feel me? $650 a day.
In Detroit?
They filmed. Our part was filmed in Cleveland.
Okay.
75% of White Boy Rick was actually filmed in Cleveland.
That's crazy.
Yes, sir. It
People
was
don't know
actually
that.
filmed in Cleveland. Cleveland's got a small, behind Cincinnati, Cleveland's got a small little movie industry set up there. They doing it. I've done a few films up in the Cleveland area.
Yeah.
So White Boy Rick, most of it was filmed in Cleveland. The bar scenes were all filmed in Cleveland. They just took a bar from Cleveland and outfitted it to look like it was from Detroit. But I can take you right to the bar where we filmed White Boy Rick. It's in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say her name, but the casting director has said, please encourage people other than Anglo-Saxon white folks to apply. She said, I've got 1 million blonde-haired white boys and white girls that apply every day, but I might get 5 black folks that apply.
Yeah.
So I got it because my competition wasn't. They needed somebody who looked clean, who was big, that didn't tattooed out and everything else. And because I used to hustle, I don't have a tattoo on my body. I'm not giving them cops shit to those of us who really used to do it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I got homies that's in the pen because they was able to lift that shirt and see what the fuck that tattoo said on him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have enough. So she told me, tell your people to apply more. I met some people on that set that I'm still friends with to this day. Yeah. I've met people on that set that went on and did big time shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that first thing I got solely because I played the part. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit here and perp like I was this nigga and I walked in. Nope. Saw the opportunity, submitted. She hit me back and said, not only do I want you, do you got more people like you? I need 2 more big black dudes that can play goons. Man. $650 a day, bro.
Bruh.
I made probably 8 G's off that. I was probably, you know what I'm saying, probably made about 8 G's off that. That's but made beautiful. Some lifetime connects from that. They turned around and put me in a movie called Native Son. That's on HBO, the remake with Sanaya Lathan and all of that. I played the cook.
I heard that.
So if you ever see that and have a reason to look in the background, I'm the nigga flipping that's me. You see the fat nigga in the old with the gray hair in the apron, that's me. I'm back there.
Yeah. And now the door open for you.
Door open. I got 2 different casting directors that know my name. I done had 3 movie auditions since then.
Man, so where do you want to end up? Because you've been on your way there for a minute.
I want to end up, and this probably is a weird way to end this podcast. I have no desire to be famous. None. If that's what God makes happen, cool. For example, it's a shopping mall that a homie in mine in Indianapolis is about to buy. He called me and asked me that I want to go in on the mall. I don't give a fuck about. I want to have financial wealth, generational, so that my children and their children are okay. Yeah. I'm not trying to take care of your kids. I'm not trying to take care of their kids. I want to take care of my generation. Because if everybody focused on their generation, most of these kids should come out a little better. Yeah. So if I focus on giving them financial security that allow them to decide if you want to follow in granddaddy's footsteps and be a comedian, great. But if you decide you want to go invent some shit, you can do that. Yeah. My goal right now, I got a son that's going into college, and I told him, I'm into stocks and Forex trading. I'm teaching my 15-year-old son Forex trading.
And you know it good?
I know it well enough to teach it. Yeah. Foreign exchange trading, yeah.
I definitely need to buy some courses.
So here's my point. My goal is, son, by the time you go to college, I want you to be able to buy you a new car and have you about $15,000 in the bank. That way, you don't have to go work at Wendy's while you studying. Yeah. You know where your next little meal come, and maybe you'll have a better experience.
College is a full-time job.
I had my daughter in a marriage and 40 hours of work and had to do college. Yeah. My college experience was totally different. Yeah. I didn't get to go to none of the events and the games and all. Nigga, I got to leave there and go to work. I had a baby at home and I had a job and my son shouldn't have none of them problems.
That's good.
I want him to go right. So my goal is to send him to college about 10, 15 in the bank, a nice new whip. You good, you know what I'm saying, and make him earn from there. But my goal is, what I told him is, once he passes this Forex class, I'm putting the first $1,000 in your bank account. That's how you'll work. You can build from there. Donald Trump, daddy gave him his first property. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm a Trump fan. I'm saying he stole and started stealing from there. But I'm a fan. I definitely am, and that's my only son. Yeah. I got to give him the legacy. He got my name, so I got it. So where I want to be, man, is I just want to be able to leave a legacy for my children, and I believe legacies come from multiple financial streams of revenue. If your eggs are all in one basket and that basket ever go out, you fucked. Yeah. And you put a lot of work in to be ass out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? One of my biggest influences in the comedy game is George Wallace. A lot of people might not even know who he is. Yeah. George Wallace, older black dude that I would never get in a role. Look up George Wallace. Homeboy. Look up George Wallace if you don't know. If you find out, what did George Wallace do for a living while he was coming up in the comedy game? Was a billboard salesman. Look that up. George Wallace sold billboards while he was in the industry.
You can't lose.
Can't lose, because here's the advantage. Who uses billboards more than entertainers? Yeah. If I'm in the entertainment industry and y'all already know me, half of my business come from people who already know me. Yeah. Here I am, a convicted felon, but I got 3 judges for billboard accounts. I'm putting up billboards for judges. Yeah. Yet I got a rap sheet in a same county.
Yeah. That's crazy. So, that's sticking it to the man for real.
Well, I'm saying that you can do you. One thing I'm big on is I unfortunately had some legal shit that hit me on early in life, and so many of us get hit with those legal things and then think life is over. I got 2 college degrees after I was a convicted felon. Yeah. And them degrees helped me open up all kinds of doors. You feel me? So I just don't want us to get caught up in the, oh man, they caught me on this bullshit and now life is over at 21. No, the fuck it's not.
Yeah.
Your hurdle might be different. Your path might be different. But if I would have gave up, now I was a convicted felon at 19. If I'd have gave up, I'd been dead by now.
Yeah. But that's how they try to make it.
Bruh.
They try
30
to
years
kill your
later.
ambition.
30 years later. I'm almost 50 years old now, bro. 30 years later, I done made my niche. And what's more scary, especially in Cincinnati, what's more scary to you? You think these white folks do not want a black entrepreneur who's educated to understand and he's not scared? As in, I'm not one of them, no knock on the BLM thing, but it's not one of them things where I'm going to polarize you by doing business with me and make you feel so, if I come to you and give you a good product and that good, warm, fuzzy feeling that you just got a good service from me, why wouldn't you do business with me?
Yeah.
One of the best things I did was become a certified minority-owned business by the government. Now white-owned companies get a tax break by doing business with me. I've got shows booked into 2022 right now.
Jeez. That's hard, bro.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So while everybody was mad at the pandemic, I took time to get us certified by the Small Business Association. Now we are a certified MBE3 business now. Folks get a tax break by doing business with us now.
Yeah.
Why you think they coming to us? Why you think I got judges and this, that, and the other coming and saying now they get a tax break and they get that warm, fuzzy feeling of supporting a minority business? Come on, man. It's all. Yeah. So if I didn't give them the right shit to support, I can't fault them. Yeah. If I'm out here still doing dumb shit and getting arrested and fucking up, I can't be mad at them that they didn't support it. But if I'm giving y'all a good product to support,
they support it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The sad part is in this city, you got to go get the support from other folks before you don't get the support from your own folks.
But I hear that coming out. It's people in LA like, bro, I can't make it out of LA, but everybody come here and blow. I think it's just where you from. You're not as sensational. It's not sensationalized like that because people know you. Your name ain't your stage name. Boy, you Jonathan. Like,
true. But at the end of the day, we still should be judged on our merits. If Jonathan beat up a kid and went to jail, we going to say Jonathan a punk ass nigga, right? If Jonathan invented the shit that cured cancer, we going to think Jonathan a hero, right? Whether he can't. So my point is that if Jonathan just went out and did a fucking Emmy-winning project, we should give Jonathan the same that we would. Like, if we supported us like we support strangers, it would be amazing.
It would.
But somehow we'll support somebody we don't know because if I support you, let's say I come out and support you, right? A lot of us think that now it's some long-term shit. Like, you came to one show, so now you got to come to all 30 of my shows. And man, just come to one. Ain't nothing that's cool.
Yeah.
One is cool. You ain't got to come to each one. I appreciate it.
A lot of people don't want to see your ambition at work, though. Like,
I actually think it's the opposite. I think they want to see your ambition so they can fucking piggyback it.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of motherfuckers that would rather you. This is an analogy I've used oftentimes. I feel like my life is a train, and right now we in the station, but the motor's going and the smoke's coming out the engine. In a minute, you finna hear that train go. And if you know anything about the concept of trains, it take a minute for them to get going, but it also take a minute for them to stop.
Yeah.
If you're not on the train when it get going, don't try to jump on this motherfucker when it start rolling.
And that's
cool. How I feel, brother.
I think that's good, man. I like when people show me that they don't support because it's God's
I know
protection.
who not to fuck with. I know who not to think you.
God's protection.
I agree.
Like,
I agree. I know who I can depend on. So why would I make the mistake of depending on you if you showed me you can't support me?
And once you lean into that energy, it robs you of your ability to create. So it's just like, man, just stay focused on what you're doing, and whatever is happening, just let it happen, bro. Just stay true to you. Just stay true to you, and you can't really
go back to them 3 columns. Like I said, them 3 columns. Resort back to you. You the only one that can write them 3 columns. Your material, whether it's music or comedy, is gonna come from them 3 columns.
That's called a callback. We went back to something we.
True. I didn't even think about that.
That's
funny.
hard, bro.
That's funny, but
hard.
That's kind of what I'm saying though. Like that's an example of originality. No one can duplicate. And the thing that I've done, they didn't teach me this, but I did it on my own. I rewrite that list about every 6 months because you'll be amazed how different life is.
Yeah.
Just in 6 months' time.
Especially if you're evolving.
Exactly.
If you staying the same, it probably
my concerns 6 months. My concerns at the beginning of this year are different than they are now. Yeah. You know what I mean? At the beginning of the year, I was still more concerned about Corona shit, this, that, and the other. Now, I got some tax shit coming up. I got some shit coming up with Bob I got to get accomplished. I got some shit with these PPP loans I got to get done. I'm not as concerned about whether I'm going to walk outside and get coughed on anymore. Does that make sense? Like, my concerns have changed, and that was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely. Man, we're going to get into this last game.
Okay.
Appreciate you coming out, man.
Oh, yeah.
You gave us a lot of game that we ain't know, man.
Man, this was actually a good day because I ain't had nothing else major planned, bro. So I didn't have to come down and leave in 10 minutes. I'm like, shit, I'm cool. So
That's what's up,
I'm good.
Man. Get up out of here and have a smoke fest.
You know what I'm talking about? You ain't saying shit.
Boom. Gold Star or Skyline?
Gold Star.
The Chronic
All day.
or Get Rich or Die Trying? At your age, it should not require as much thought.
No, because they both classics. Because that's the only time I liked 50. When 50 first came out, when he gave a fuck about vocals and everything else, that's the 50 I like. This 50 now, I'm cool on.
Yeah.
But the Chronic is such a classic
Bruh,
album.
What are you talking about? Why is it taking you so long,
I gotta
bruh?
go with the Chronic then, man, just because of the classicness of it. But 50, bro, that shit was that. Hey, they both cold though. That's like crack or crack cocaine. Like shit. Let me just go with regular crack today. Regular crack is good.
All right, man. Okay. Thriller or Off the Wall?
Off the Wall.
Okay. No. My bad. Okay.
Yeah, Off the Wall. That was a nigga album.
Diamonds and Pearls or 1999?
Oh. Little Red Corvette or a door. God damn, you asking some tough questions. I think I gotta go Diamonds and Pearls, man. That's a tough one though. Bro. Little Red Corvette was my shit, bro.
Okay. All right.
The best song Prince ever made to me though was Housequake. That's the only one I got on my playlist right now. Housequake, remember that?
Nah.
Check out Housequake, bro.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Check out Housequake. That was my jam.
Okay. Swishers, Backwoods, or Papers?
None. I don't fuck with none of them. Of them three, I'd take Swishers, but Backwoods tastes like Satan's asshole to me, and Papers is disrespecting this $400 worth of weed that I just put in here.
How?
I feel like it's burning so quick. Like my family of Jamaican lineage, so my preference is I want a natural leaf, and I want it to be I want to coat it with honey. A little bit of honey, a little light touch of honey, because the honey will close that leaf good. The honey slows that burn down, because I'm a creative smoker. So I might smoke and get the writing, and I don't want to look over my joint kept burning and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I'm mad as fuck now. Look up, I ain't got nothing but this. That honey make it go out, and on top of that, being an insomniac, you know how many times I done smoked, fell asleep, that honey make it, you ain't gonna burn your carpet, none of that type shit. So I put a tight little dab of honey on that shit, bro.
I used to have a pair of basketball shorts, and I would get drunk and go to sleep in it. Bro, the whole crotch of the shorts was just holes in it.
Right.
The thing that never burned through to my my cash and prize.
Right. Your cash and prize. Right. But yeah, I'm not a fan of none of them.
Fronto?
Actually, I'm a fan of. Well, I'll take Fronto, but if I had to pick anything, I'm a natural leaf Dutch. I like green natural leaf. Green natural leaf. I actually drive to Hamilton to get a certain cigar for my shit all the time. Yeah, they order 2 boxes from me. I come buy 2 boxes from them like every 2 weeks.
Dutch green leaves.
The Dutch green leaves, bro. I drive to Hamilton to get them out.
You the one who take it apart and rewrap it so it burns slower?
Nah, I ain't got time for all that.
It.
But the actual taste of the green leaf to me enhances the weed. So, and I don't believe, like, if you hand me a joint that tastes like some bubble gum or some Jolly Ranchers, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking. I'm a grown ass fucking man.
Because I bought good
fuck,
weed.
I want bubble gum ass, great lemonade ass. Who the fuck? I'm a grown ass man, nigga. Hand me no goddamn.
Taste this. Let's look at this passion berry.
Yeah,
It's
do y'all notice that
$5
Rello got berries that don't exist? Like, hey man, y'all got that mango green nigga berry. What kind of shit? What is this? A Snapple or Rellos and shit? What the fuck is going on here, man? I got a joke that I do down south. Cause in Augusta, I swear they had Rellos made out of collard greens, nigga. They had cornbread Rellos. I was like, y'all got some chitlin Rellos in this motherfucker? Like, yeah, man, what flavor you want? Hot sauce Rellos? Or you want, man, get out of here.
Collard green leaf, though?
No, nigga, the flavor was collard green, nigga.
No.
Collard green fucking flavored Rellos, nigga.
It's lying like a motherfucker.
I swear I wish I was, nigga. Go to Augusta, Georgia and see what the fuck I'm talking about. No,
5 in a pack,
y'all
right?
ain't gonna probably bring me back no way. I was headlining the Joker's Comedy Club in Augusta, Georgia, nigga. Perfect. And they had some shit. They had a whole little store that had straight niggerized Rello. I swear I made a whole joke about this shit, bro.
I need to see a picture.
Nigga, nigga, it's Augusta, Georgia.
If any of y'all know where the collard green Rellos is at,
collard green Rello, niggas had chitlin Rellos, cornbread. They had some Rellos. They had a whole section called Oppression. The whole Rello just was
cotton gin flavor. Chitlin flavor.
Not cotton gin. Hey, that's funny. Use that on face, nigga. That's
right.
funny.
Yeah, I gotta write that down. Bro, I be saying some
write
stuff
that down before somebody steal your shit, nigga.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You gotta record it.
We got a whole bunch of joke thieves out this motherfucker, especially Ebony thieving ass.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Did I say that loud?
Oh God.
Did I say that loud? My bad. You can edit that. I don't give a fuck. But she knows.
I done heard her name
shit
3 times this week. I
she stole my. Well, I can't speak for nobody else, but she stole. I said in the camera. She stole my money and my jokes, and did my jokes on stage in front of me.
This is gonna be a segment.
Invite us on.
Oh, okay.
My mama ain't raised no bitches. I'm looking in the camera saying she stole my shit. No, nigga, bring us on. I don't give a fuck. Me and her used to be close. I brought her under my wing when she first got in the building, bro, for the comedy game.
She can bring a motherfucker out.
Right, but it's only family. She can bring our family out there, her family support. But if you take her somewhere where the family ain't coming, she's horrible. Yeah. I'll say that to anybody. You horrible. If the family don't come out to support, you horrible. I'm not debating or mincing my motherfucking words. She's fucking horrible. If her family don't come out and support, she ain't got shit. And so therefore, she'll start struggling on stage, and then she'll start, oh, I remember this funny joke. Bitch, that was my funny joke, you remember. Remember your own. She stole my jokes. She stole Daryl Clark's jokes. Bro, we used to do shit together. So they would be like, so let's say if me and you was doing a show and we was renting a place. Let's say dude rented us a place for $500, right? And you said, hey, man, it's $500 to rent the place, and I give you $250 to rent it. Come to find out he was only charging you $250 to rent it. So you was stealing my motherfucking money the whole time and stealing my jokes.
Maybe she considered it like a booking fee.
Book you to steal jokes? You ain't no goddamn good. What I'm booking you for? How you get a booking fee? If we partners, how is it a booking fee?
I'm just saying, man.
Man, she ain't. Listen to me. I have a problem with integrity. Thieves and liars, I have an issue with you. And I will call you the fuck out. I ain't saying nothing here that I won't say in front of you, your husband, your family, whoever the fuck want to come down here. I promise you. I'm saying it real shit. I ain't scared of nary nigga walking. Jesus and child support judges, the only motherfuckers get fear out of me, bro. You hear me? I ain't saying nothing to you. I won't say it to her on camera, to her husband, to whoever want it, nigga. That's real talk. She know what the fuck. I bet you she won't come down this motherfucker. She won't want it with me. Man, she don't want. Come on, man. When you did something dirty to a motherfucker, you not gonna go sit down at the table and try to make amends for some shit? No. It's too far gone now. We 3 years into this shit.
Man, this is
I wish her the best. I wish her the best. I don't have a personal issue with her, but I just had somebody, it's funny, I had somebody book me for a show yesterday. Said, we're going to have Ebonique host. I said, take me off the set. I'm not doing it. They said, well, what do you mean? I told them what happened. I said, I'm not performing with her.
What
cool.
if you would have just went and did that? What you just
I would have spent the whole show roasting the bumps off that bitch back. Everybody in her fucking family would have wanted to fight me in the parking lot. Do you hear me, cuz? Because it would have been a personal, I'ma whoop your ass type roasting on that one. It wouldn't have been no, oh, just nice. I would have made them want to fight me in the parking lot. It wouldn't have been nary a joke. I would have stood on stage for 20 minutes demeaning that bitch.
Yeah, that's the way.
And I said it on video, no doubts. Like I feel like I'm the one that's the victim here. I got my shit stole. I ain't worried about her. I don't give a fuck how she feel. You hear me? So I'm saying to say that I ain't saying nothing here that I wouldn't say again. If anybody wanted to, because my thing is this. At the end of the day, my issue is not that you did it, but it's that you tried to Jedi mind trick me.
Yeah.
You know how many comedians that came to me after a show? I was like, hey, I won't say his name, but it's a dude in Louisville that used one of my jokes and said, bruh, that joke was funny as fuck. And since you don't really perform in Louisville, man, I used your joke. He came to me like a man and said, bruh, hey, man, I hope we cool. Me and this nigga still cool to this day.
I don't respect that.
My issue with her was you stole the joke and then looked me in the eye and said you didn't. Bitch, I was in the crowd and heard you. So I got more disrespect that you trying to Jedi mind trick me rather than to say, oh, man, I just had a bad day. I fucked up. We human. That's going to happen. That's cool. Then that showed me you got love for me. You respect my craft. But you going to now try and play me like I'm a fucking dummy?
Yeah.
When you not only did the joke, you even did the mannerisms that I do with the joke. Your friends told you stole the joke. You admitted to friends that you stole the joke, but won't admit it to me.
Yeah, I don't agree with that whole imitation is flattery.
Man.
I don't like that.
Come on, man.
I don't agree with good
especially when you come to the house and I'm sitting here helping you write your shit. Yet you didn't do my joke. You didn't do your jokes. You got up there and did my jokes. And then you did, again, it wasn't the joke. God bless me, bro, to be doing this. I tell jokes. I'm the nigga who cut off the radio and entertained himself on the way to shit. Yeah. Jokes is not hard for me to do, but you will not disrespect me. You handled it wrong. It wasn't the joke. Had you looked me in my mouth and said, I made a mistake, all would have been forgiven, we'd have moved on. But you tried to Jedi mind trick me, tell me, that wasn't your joke, or I really didn't do it. 3 or 4 different things instead of just having accountability. Say, I made a mistake, my bad. My boy down in Louisville said, I made a mistake, I used your joke. I gave him the joke. I've never used that joke since then. Why? Because I got 1 million of them. Yeah. If I smoke a joint with you, I can't come back and say, man, give me the joint back. Nigga, it's smoked.
Yeah.
Right?
I just don't like that, man, because, like, I feel like people, like,
let me tell you why I don't
lazy.
like it. Let me tell you why I don't like it. Because I don't like the fact that I feel like I can't support one of my black sisters and what they do.
Okay, that's a good
reason. It bothers me that I can't support. I mean, I'm very supportive of my sisters, but I can't support bullshit. I can't support thievery. So I can't support her. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But in
If
general,
you gonna steal a joke, don't steal the plugs joke.
how about not steal Daryl's jokes? How about just get good enough or realize maybe this ain't for you? In other words, if you take her out of the family setting where you got 40 cousins that got a laugh that come to your shit, she might get a chuckle or two. You put her in with the sharks, you never see her on the show with no real killers, do you? It's always where she's at a church motherfucker or somewhere she's kind of the best motherfucker there. Why? Because she can't run with nobody else. Hey man, listen to me. I got shows from 2015 that'll smack her in her teeth if she ever decided she wanted to come and run on the motherfucking comedy end. You know what I'm saying? And this will also tell you, when you know you bad, then when I look you in your eye and tell you ain't shit, and your own husband ain't even got nothing to fucking say back. Your own husband can't be like, well, nigga, you can't talk to my... Nigga had not a word to say. Nigga just unfriended me and left. Why? Because you know your wife was fucking wrong, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it was. So my issue is this. My bigger beef is, I wish we could have worked this out so that she and I could have at least still been cordial. Yeah. Because I try to support the sister. You ain't got to be funny to me. Everybody ain't funny to me don't mean you don't deserve to have your thing. I wanted to support the sister. Yeah. But I can't support people who...
I can't support you stealing from me.
Not only stealing from me, but stealing, period. Thieves and liars, I can't fuck with accountability. When you walk away, you should be able to come back and feel like your shit is still there. Your shit is still there. You shouldn't have to come back and pat me down when you walked away, because that's how I feel with them. Yeah. And so I can't fuck with. So, so you can keep all that in. You can edit whatever you want to do. I don't give a shit. But I ain't saying nothing to you that I won't say to them or her, husband or what. It's 100% true. And if a motherfucker want me, I ain't hard to find. I'm a big ass nigga in a red shirt. I ain't hard to motherfucking find at all.
Yeah, I feel it, bro. I don't like that whole joke thievery.
Yeah,
thing, man. It's like, if you go out and live, it'll give you the material. Like,
or believe it ain't for you. I love baseball. It's not my sport no more. I don't think I'm gonna make a living at baseball. You understand what I'm saying?
Knowing when something ain't for you.
I love the NFL. My son might have a job in it. I probably don't. It's past my prime. That don't mean I can't love it.
Or maybe you just meant for a different part of it. It's some people who they want to be an artist, but it's like, nah, but you a good writer.
Exactly.
You a writer, bro. Get that to somebody who's gonna translate it and communicate.
She a good energy person. She's got that. Hey, y'all, but actual material, fuck that. And this is exactly how I feel about most comedians. I don't like gimmicky rappers, and I don't like gimmicky comedians. I want motherfucker who can stand in one spot and fucking rock this mic. That's why you've never seen me at a Martin Lawrence show. You never seen me at Gina, stop him at the big. Okay, where's the joke at the end of the day, nigga?
Martin's hilarious.
I understand all of that. But to me, the Martins, the Mike Epps and all that, to me, they are gimmick. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm saying they're gimmick comics.
Really?
You might like Mercedes. I might like BMWs. It's the same whip. But they different. They give you different feelings when you drive them. I like material comics. Hence why I like Tony Roberts. He'll stand and just wear your ass out with 400 jokes.
That boy got him, bro.
Half of Martin's show is the demonstrative, and then I fell down on the game. I'm not knocking that. But what I'm saying, half of what they jokes is shit that has nothing to do with comedy. And it's all in the demonstration of how animated they are. So prime example, put Tretch and Busta Rhymes on the same. Tretch stand in one spot and wear your ass out. Busta gon'
all in your face,
both
bro.
cold with it though. Who you gonna bet on that day? Nobody.
No,
I'm just saying. I might put 5 on Tretch and 10 on Buff. Like they both cold with it. 2 different styles of delivery though. Same flame coming out their mouth. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna gravitate towards Tretch. No knock on Bust, but I'm gonna gravitate towards a nigga that's gonna stand there and rock me, rather than a nigga that has to have all this shit to be part of it. So I'm no knock on them. Martin Lawrence, and I hope I'm not saying that where motherfuckers don't want to work. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying to me he's definitely comedic genius. I'm just saying the people I gravitate to are the ones that I felt like it's just the material was the focus and not the demonstrative way that. I don't get into physical comics. You niggas just gotta fall down and carrot top type motherfuckers that's busting watermelons and
but you got more stuff in your utility belt. So I can see where you like, man, I don't have to stretch like that. But a cat who out here
I got
thirsty,
3 hours, bro. I got 3 hours of material. I can stand on stage for 3 hours. And tell you a different joke for 3 hours.
And probably not even use all the jokes you wrote. Because once you get into a lane,
you just kind of go.
Yeah, bro. I love
half that shit is just going. Like when you get out there. I did a comedy marathon. It was supposed to be 30 comedians supposed to come out, and about 8 of them didn't show. Well, who you think took their spot? I was on stage for an hour and a half. I literally, Maria could tell you, I passed out in the parking lot. That's the day I found out I had chronic kidney disease because my fucking kidney had dehydrated so much it started to twist. I was in the parking lot, passed out after I got on stage for an hour and a half. Literally, you could have wrung my shirt out like you thought I was swimming.
Damn, man.
And that was the day I realized that I was sick. And you know what I'm saying? She saw me pass out in the parking lot, but that was also the day that they passed around the bucket and gave me $872 in tips.
Yeah.
In tips, bro.
That's love.
You don't get that in the clubs from us. You don't
That's
even get them
real
to pass
support.
a bucket.
Yeah.
At the White Boy Club, they passed the bucket, gave me $872 in tips.
Yeah.
That's how good I did on the thing. You feel me? I was up there for an hour and a half, taking the place of comics who didn't come.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Another part in life where you see somebody slipping on a hustle, and you come in, if you prepared and you've been practicing, you can come in and take a spot.
Man, let me tell you, Ovations motto that's even in our emails: when preparation meets opportunity, success follows. That's the motto that's even in our emails on the website.
Yeah.
If preparation meets opportunity, success follows. If you are prepared, when God gives you your opportunity, oftentimes you're going to be successful.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't have the preparation, you can't turn around and be mad at God if he didn't give you the opportunity.
Yeah.
You didn't prepare, so why you expect a blessing from him that you didn't put work in to get?
And probably had hella time
And
to
then
practice.
we'll sit back and be mad. God don't love me because God didn't give me the whatever. Well, nigga, you spend 4 hours on a video game and 20 hours on your set, but you want God to bless you to... Come on, man.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's. I ain't trying to say I'm the guru or nothing. I'm just saying how I live and things have been beneficial for me.
Yeah.
And I try to share them with folks, and if it worked for them, great. And if it don't, I totally understand. I hate motherfuckers that give advice and get mad if you don't take their advice. Well, nigga, I told you how to... Well, maybe that didn't work for me, bro. I just appreciated your 2 cents. I'm not that nigga. If I give you some advice and you like, bro, I appreciate that, hey, and I see your point of view, but I think I'm going to try A, B, and C instead of X, Y, and Z, I'm going to come to you and say, please come back and tell me how X, Y, and Z worked out for you because I want to learn from you if you finna show me some shit that I didn't know.
Yeah.
But too many of us who are in the position to give advice feel like we can't get none as well. And that to me is a turnoff, bro.
How are you going to get more advice to give if you ain't receiving?
I'm constantly learning, bro. I take classes. I take online. I take master classes. I'm actually debating on going back and getting another degree. But let me also tell you some of my little side hustle I'm trying to do. I got somebody that I'm trying to get a job at Delta.
Don't give away your IP.
No.
Because they at home, boy.
At home job with Delta. Once this person do that, now we got free flight privileges. My biggest expense, when I look at my taxes, I spend $15,000 a year on air travel. Yeah. If I can get that cut down.
Yeah.
You said I'd rather give somebody 5 G's a year. You put me on that list so I can fly than to spend $15,000 a year having to walk up the counters, this, that, and the other, and everything else.
I was thinking about getting a job. I'm not going back to no job, but I was thinking about working at the airport.
Well, the person I'm talking about, they ain't doing nothing. They get a little part-time gig, an at-home gig with Delta.
Yeah.
And you get the flight privileges after like 25 hours a week of working.
Yeah.
So if you get that and then put me on there and then I come give you 5 bands for that, I just paid you more than you was gonna make in a month.
Right. And it ain't nothing off your back.
Not at all. And I can walk on and off these planes like it ain't shit.
Bruh.
Because like I say, most of my shit is in LA. Like if I can get out west, I'd be working every week.
Yeah.
Most of my clients, most of the people that fuck with me really heavy is on that side of the country. From about Dallas on over, they know who I am a lot more than over here on this side of the country. You feel me? Man.
I really learned a lot, man. I hope everybody is using this, man. Let's finish this game off.
Yeah.
Hey, that switches backwards took us somewhere far.
Yeah, bro, did you? Yeah, man. We went off on a whole nother tangent on that one.
Okay. Let's see. What's your favorite flavor wrap snacks?
I haven't had any of them, so I can't comment. I haven't had any of them, and that's in an effort because, believe it or not, I used to be close to 600 pounds. I lost about 100, so I just changed doing some things differently in life.
Man,
I wasn't one of them niggas that wanted to go get a surgery and all that. I just did some things differently. So I'm slimming down. So some of the things that I used to partake in, I don't. So I haven't had I couldn't tell you what a wrap snack. I think that's the potato chips or something they got, right? Yeah, I wouldn't know. Now, if they got like wrap celery or wrap salad dressing, I know those motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
It seemed like God and life push you in evolution where it's just like, it's almost like he gave his only begotten son. So at some part in life, God is going to be like, all right, all the stuff that you love worldly.
I'm expecting some sort of sacrifice from you, too.
Let's see if you can sacrifice it for what you say you want. Mm-hmm. Like, man, it's crazy out here, man.
Yeah. I agree totally.
Sacrifice
is a dirty word in the black community. Right behind accountability.
Ooh,
that's a whole nother podcast. Yeah, that's a whole nother podcast.
Jeez. Right, yeah, bro. Accountability is the hot word for like the last 3
nigga,
years.
that'll get you punched in the black community. Did you say accountability? You want me to actually be right for say what I did was
No, I'm gonna tell you what you did wrong.
Right.
Stop looking.
Stop worrying about what I did. Right. Oh yeah. But I know what you did wrong worse than what I did.
Bro, because Hey man, I
Don't
had to
get
tell
me-
this
don't
one
get me
girl like,
started, nigga.
if you focused on yourself as much as you focus on me, you'll be a bad
You'll
motherfucker.
be a bad
boy.
motherfucker, boy, I tell you.
Cause you be at me, man. All right, Beyonce or Kelly Rowland, who look better, man?
Now I got to tell you from a personal note, I've done security for them. I was on the first Destiny Child's tour when they did No. I was a security guard for Latavia, the one when they had.
I would have had to tape my penis to my thigh.
So I gotta say, Beyonce looked better, but Kelly is hands down the cooler of the two.
I think Kelly. If you look at that first album cover, Kelly killing Beyonce, bro. That chocolate.
I'll tell you this: out of all they songs, though, that Kelly is the only one that's on my playlist. I got that like something you can rock like this or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Told
told
ya,
y'all
I got that.
was-
Yeah, I got that on my little playlist. Like I don't have no Beyonce on there. No, not gonna be.
Yeah.
But if you talking about just who looked better, I would give it to B. But the person, if I had a chance to hang out with him, I would want to hang out with Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly, man.
Yeah.
I'll mess with Kelly.
I ain't mad at you.
All right, cat or dog?
Neither. Fuck pets.
Damn.
I'll put it like this, and I hope I ain't finna get peated and shit. I don't have a preference for either one because I want my pets to be in a place when I come home. So I'm a bird or fish
Snake.
guy.
Okay.
No, I don't want no reptiles. I don't want nothing that make me think I'm gonna eat your ass or you're gonna eat me. But I'm more of a Beretta talking parrot type nigga or some nice ass pretty fish. Like I want to know where my pet is. I don't want my pet to be able to walk up on me and
I like dogs, man.
no.
I like dogs.
If I had to choose, it would probably be dogs, only because they make noise. I don't like the sneakiness of cats, but
Yeah, and they don't need you. We was just talking about this earlier. Like, I want a pet that need me. Like, or at least act like I exist.
that's funny.
Man, get out of here. Would you rather constantly stumble while walking or constantly stutter while speaking? You can limp to some to a chick and talk that game to her.
I guess I would say I'd rather stumble, but that's only because the stigma with stuttering comes with a lack of education. Like people tend to think that those who stutter, that you're dumb, or people who have a southern accent are dumb, when it's just that's how they talk, and they some smarter than motherfuckers in the world. So I would probably say, for the stigma of it, I'd rather stumble than stutter, because stuttering is gonna come off like like I'm a dummy.
Man, you're gonna look crazy walking down the street.
Yeah, you know what I mean. As big as my ass is, always falling down though. Who gonna help get my ass up?
Man. All right, if you got a wedgie in public, you pulling it out, you walking it out, you leaving it in.
I don't give a fuck. Pulling it out. No fucks on that one.
All right.
I did a wedgie on stage before.
Hey, it probably turned your performance up, bro. Okay. It's wash day. You ain't got no clean clothes. You going commando or are you turning them drawers inside out?
Commando. Yeah, I'm big on not having no dirty drawers on my balls, bro. I'd rather have them swinging and have to wash them shorts than.
I say this on every show where I tell man, if you don't have no drawers to wear, get you a t-shirt and put your legs through the armholes. I took me a t-shirt from like 2000, so it was like a tall tee. Man, my balls was so free that day, but my ass wouldn't stop sweating. I don't know why.
That is hilarious. All right, well, why are we talking about some shit that you can do? If you ever ain't got a condom, cut the hole out of the side of a sandwich bag, and never mind. That's a whole.
If you ever ain't got a condom, get you some aluminum foil.
Oh. Yeah, and then you're going to have to get you a new bitch because she's going to hate you.
Cookie or brownie?
Brownie all day.
Middle or edge?
I think I'm an edge nigga. I like the crunchy. I don't like that soft doughy shit.
Hey, man. Ooh, oh my God. I had an insomnia cookie last night. I couldn't even pick it up. I had to eat it off the plastic like a taco and just shake it into my... Hey, man. Cash money or no limit?
Ooh. I gotta go cash money on that one.
See, you being a businessman, I would understand if you said no limit, because Master P be out here like...
Yeah, but I'm talking about strictly from the music end. I listen to more cash money shit. Like Manny Fresh was running the scene for a couple of years, in my opinion.
Fresh was happening.
And shit, I still got that 8 milli. That's I still got some of that shit on my, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I still listen to 400 Degrees. 400 Degrees is an amazing album. Juvenile is, man...
Yeah, I'll give it. You know what I didn't like? The one thing I got to knock on No Limit. I hated they album covers. I hated them ugly ass blue Lego CD boxes and shit. You know what I'm talking about? The boxes look like I hated they covers, man. There was no knock, but
you knew who CD it was.
Oh yeah, like Mia X was cold with it, and Silk the Shocker. I mean, they did their thing, but
no, you cannot say Mia X was cold and Silk the Shocker. Silk the Shocker what?
He's all right.
Not at
I
all.
like some of their tracks and shit. My thing is because I'm a lyric person, so to me, Lil Wayne.
You can't say
Lil Wayne smashing out. That's why I had to go with Cash Money. Lil Wayne smashing out on niggas lyrically.
Oh my God.
But behind them next lyrically, I liked Mia. I thought Mia was cold.
Yeah, man. But don't ever say Silk the Shocker was hot, bro.
Now, I ain't say hottest. It was alright. You know what I'm saying?
Not at all.
It was, it was cute, like a little, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you get dressed for Easter, when your mama still putting on the bow tie for you, like, that's cute and shit.
That's what happened. Put your brother in the group.
You know
Give
what
him
I
a
mean?
mic.
You know, you got to take your little brother when you leave and shit. Like, come on, goddammit. We can't never go outside without your ass.
Martin or Fresh Prince?
Fresh Prince, hands down. I'm not a Martin.
Y'all got beef.
No, I had no beef for that. I got none but love for the brother because he pioneered TV shows and they did a lot of that improv and all of that. Just the show itself, to me, was okay at best. Like, and on top of that, I don't watch reruns. Once I watch the show, it's over. I can't watch reruns of anything.
I could watch Martin, and then they'd be like, we're about to rerun it, and I'd just be like, I'm not turning, bro.
Nah, I couldn't. I would rather jack off with a Brillo pad.
Sometimes I do that. You got to take a shower like this with your hand, push your meat away from the water.
No, man, I'm not a big reader. Now, I'm lying. The only thing that I've ever watched again in life was The Wire. I watched The Wire. But other than that, once I watch something, I'm not one who can feel like he can. I'm not a repeat person.
Yeah, I feel that. Late nights or early mornings?
Late nights. I ain't go to bed like 7 this morning.
Hey, man, that hustling. You got to go to sleep, though, man. You gotta balance it.
Nigga, that's why I look like fucking Fred Sanford.
Yeah.
All this gray hair, nigga. I ain't got no.
Bro,
I might get 20 hours of sleep a week.
Man, you got to recharge your battery, bro.
I know. I got to, but somebody got to do these billboards. Somebody got to pay this. Like, the drawback to this entrepreneurial shit is then once it get going, it take more energy
to keep it going. Yeah. You got to start getting some automation or put some people in place, bro.
I did. I got some people in place. Like, I got people in place that are running the entertainment thing, Maria and all them. So that take that big shit off my hands so that I can go concentrate on the billboards and the shirts. If I had to run this shit without Maria and all them, we would have one show a year. I'm not doing this shit. Fuck y'all.
Can't run it from the grave, bro.
True that. Can't run it from a hospital bed either.
Right, bro. And you an asset, man. Like, it's a lot of local comedians, small time comedians that depend on you for the opportunity, man.
I know.
Like,
it wouldn't hurt for them niggas to say that. You'd be amazed how many of them motherfuckers just act like
you can't even expect it, bro.
Man,
you just gotta be like, I'm doing God's work.
Exactly.
God ain't gonna
so
skip
y'all
over
niggas,
me.
when I'm gonna tell you this, one more, you motherfuckers called me at 4 a.m. I had a nigga call me about 3 weeks ago at 4 a.m., bro. Wanted to legitimately sit and talk about him getting booked. Nigga, it's 4 a.m., bro. I said, do you call the white companies at 4 a.m. and expect them to even answer the phone, let alone? I answered the phone because I thought it was an emergency. Like, this got to be, man, so this is a bad time? Hey, man, if you don't get off my phone, I'm going to beat you and your kid. Nigga, hey, man, nigga, bye.
That's crazy.
And not only, I called Maria the next day and said, do not book him for, no, I don't give a fuck if it's an amateur show and he paying us $20. I don't want to do business.
He actually funny, though?
He average, but he at 4 in the morning, ain't nobody fucking funny.
That's
I don't give a fuck. I mean, I was up. It wasn't like he woke me up. It was just the disrespect. I look at it like this. Would you call one of these white companies out in L.A. at 4 in the morning?
I wouldn't call nobody at 4 in the morning. Because ASAP, as soon as you hear the phone ring at 4 a.m., you like, oh, my God, somebody did.
Was you busy? Nah, nigga, what's up? Man, I want to talk to you about trying to get booked. Excuse me? Is this a business call? Well, yeah, man, I figured it was a good time. You know, I'm sitting here in the airport waiting on... I'm not in the airport. I'm at home in front of my computer getting some work done. Like, I don't do business at 4 in the morning, bro. Yeah. So are you saying this is a bad time?
You should just hung up, bro.
I ain't that type nigga, man. I won't disrespect you. I will tell you when I feel like you are wrong.
Yeah.
And I will, but I try not to disrespect only because the New Yorker in me don't want to be disrespected. I know how I act. Disrespect is one of the ways that you can get that dark side nigga in me to come back. So I don't want to do that to you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like I should disrespect another human being unless I'm at the point where I'm ready to throw joints with them. You could tell the whole tone changed when we was talking about shit. I ain't got no respect for it because you fucking stole from me. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying?
That's understandable.
So, it is what it is. So, to me, respect, man, you got to respect another human being until they give you a reason not to or show you that they're not worthy of it.
Yeah.
When they do that, though, I'm a firm believer that we got to believe people when they show us who they are. When you show me your true colors, I'm not going to try to argue with you and tell you that's not who you really are.
Nah, that ain't you, man. Come on, man. That ain't how you really feel.
We got to respect people when they show us who they really are, bro. That's been my mistake before in the past. Motherfuckers showed me there was a shark, and I still tried to feed them.
Because you like, I'm not a shark, so how could... It's like we always think people are like who we are.
Right.
Like us.
Right. And they not. They not only far from us, they don't give a fuck about being like us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've learned that I can't extend myself to people as quickly as I used to. I've got people who I've known for 4 or 5 years couldn't tell you where I live. I don't have just any and everybody out to my house type shit or whatever. I'm just saying. So me personally, bro, I feel like we got too much shit going on that we don't know how to sometimes step back and reassess shit. It's like you feel like every little lick that come to you, you got to try to jump on. And I can tell you, those of us that used to hustle, I'm glad I turned on a couple of licks.
Because some of them is distractions.
Some of them is distractions. Some of them setting you up.
Yeah.
Some of them is a motherfucker want to see just what you got and how you wobble so he can come back and fuck with you.
See, yeah, I don't like that either, man. Man.
I've said this many a time. I'm not being arrogant in any way when I say this. I don't think I'm the king of the mountain when it comes to comedy in Cincinnati. I don't even think I'm the funniest nigga in Cincinnati. I do think I'm the hardest working comedian in this motherfucker, though. I will put my name in the hat when it comes to work ethic against any motherfucker breathing.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I think when you get people who don't try to own that, I'm not trying to say I'm this, that, and the other. I just will say I'm going to work harder than the average motherfucker. What then comes from there is if you take work ethic out of it, and we talk about strictly talent, now it's just me and you on the same level. Now what you going to do? Because my work ethic already got you beat. But if the talent is something that you can fuck with too, then I'm already excelling past you because I got something that you ain't got on the side. Yeah. So to me, if you don't have a great work ethic, your talent got to be triple times everybody else out here, bro.
Yeah, if you willing
I don't
to
see niggas that's doing that. I don't see nobody who got the work ethic and the talent. Like to me, so I don't. I'm blessed to be honored to be nominated Comedian of the Year and all that, and that's cool. And that's a local award. That would be Ohio. That's fine. It's so funny that when they nominated me, I got on my Facebook page and said, "Don't vote for me." I'm literally getting on a plane to go to LA to audition with ABC and get an opportunity with Blackish. Yeah. Why would I care about being nominated Ohio's Comedian of the Year? I said, give that to somebody who actually would use that to propel their career. That would help them a lot more than I was just blessed to be nominated the top 16 out of 4,000 motherfuckers. Yeah. 4,000. Yeah. Why would I give a fuck about this nomination? And when I come back and I'm nominated.
Gratitude, man.
Here's the thing, man. It was me trying to show gratitude back to, like...
I feel it. It's probably sounding like a twisted version of gratitude to other people, man.
I was trying... That's exactly what I was trying to do. It's like, I'm being blessed on a national level. Yeah. Why would I take those blessings from somebody who can use that over here on a smaller level to start doing some shit? Yeah. You feel me? So I kind of felt, like, bad. Like, okay, I appreciate being nominated, but if you notice, I haven't went on there and made no pushes.
Who do that? Who's
it's called the Buckeye Awards. My boy Cliff Fennell is the one behind it.
Cliff Fennell?
Yeah. It's called the Buckeye Awards. And, I mean, I'm honored that I'm nominated, but I'm not out there trying to advertise it. If God put it on their heart for them people to vote for me, great. But it's kind of one of them awards that if I get it, it'll be an honor. If I don't, I swear I'm not. Swear I'm not tripping one bit. I can go home and look at this plaque for White Boy Rick. I can look at this plaque for Native Son. I can look at this shit for Comedy Central, for HBO, for Fox TV. You know what I'm saying? This, that, I can look and see that I'm not by no means rich, but I can pull out my bank account and know where my next few meals is coming from. You feeling me? When you got some of them things, man, it's like, why are you worried about what other motherfuckers is?
Man, when you got peace of mind,
man,
that shit feel like you got $1 million.
Boy.
And then it allow your mind to even go out and get the $1 million. Mm-hmm. So...
The first million is the hardest to make.
Yeah, the rest
once
of them,
you make the first one,
want to give it to you.
But once you make the first ones, you know how to. Nigga, I mean, we all hustle.
Listen to me talking like I got a.
Once you make the first one, you figured out the formula, and once now you know the formula, you're gonna tweak and everything else. But the formula is gonna be the formula. Yeah. You're gonna repeat it. You don't change. If you make a cake, you don't change the process of making the cake every time, but you might tweak it a little bit here to see what works. But once you know the process to making that cake. You know your ingredients, you make the cake and go the fuck off.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you sprinkle a little bit of ground beef on top of the cake,
You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle some weed in it, all that shit.
Definitely, man.
Little cocaine.
Oh, some gummies sound crazy right now, man. Let's get up out of here, man. Tell them how they can get in touch with you, bro.
Man, y'all can find me at the nearest Waffle House. I'll be up in there. No, let me stop. My website is hayj.com, hay-j.com. You can go on there for booking information. Go to the gallery, see everybody I perform with, whatever you would want to see. Ovationsent.com is if you need any of the billboards, the digital marketing, web marketing we do, any of those things. We got a custom apparel company on there. We do AV. We can all do all that type of stuff, so I'm blessed in that context. So they can find us Facebook, Hayward J. Thompson, on IG, HeyJ_Thompson, Twitter, HeyJ Got Jokes. But I'm still kind of old school, so if you see me, come talk to me. I still believe in shaking hands, giving business cards, having conversations. You understand what I'm saying? Things like that. So I'm still kind of old school with that and super blessed beyond belief with that, man.
Yeah, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man, wherever you at, man. I want to give away, I got some masks we're going to give away this week, man. The first let's see, man. The first 4 people to go to the let's do it like this, man. Pose like this. All right, I want you to snapshot that and tag us on Instagram, and you can win one of these urban artifact masters where we filming at, man. If you need a good space to film at, man, you want to do you could do a comedy special or a show down here. They do live streaming.
Yeah, this is nice. I'm sitting in here. This is nice. I'm thinking about renting this place myself, and